man.
Oh. That gave me the vapors right there. My
Right.
goodness.
I can also give you the vapor.
We should be
No.
on the line.
Oh, caller. Are we on the line?
I think we should just get some more computers for this table. I think that's what we need. I just want a fucking 80s keyboard. Players. Amount of computers around.
You want that Eurovision
Yeah.
circular keyboard thing, but
Yeah.
with actual keyboards?
Oh, from the Apple.
Little Bacardi this week
Slappy apple.
Little
because there were no dark
Happy apple.
liquids in the fridge,
Making apple.
so I had to go with a light rum.
Like you do.
Yeah.
See. Are we on the line? Look, live stream.
Hey,
It's all happening.
sweet. Live stream.
It's not happening over here.
Why not, Chuck?
Fix your shit. Pro tip here.
Yeah.
Fix your shit.
Unfuck yourself.
Yeah. If you think it's not working, change your mind. See, I just heard it. If you think, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was checking.
got to talk about how he enters the room.
We do.
Stop.
Drop.
Stop. Stop. There we go.
Where's YouTube Dark? There it is. Switch to night mode in YouTube gaming. Yeah, night mode. Yeah. YouTube. Live chat. 5 watching now. Skechers.com ad with Howie Long. Look at him. He's on a plane. We were talking about that today. Howie Long's
Long on a
ass to
plane?
ass on that plane. Look at him. It's got a guy sleeping on him with the little mask. But he's all comfortable because he's got Skechers.
Doubtful.
No, they paid him enough to be comfortable wearing Skechers.
All right, fair enough.
Actually, I like Skechers. I think they're all right.
They're okay. They wear out fast.
They do.
Yeah.
But they're also cheap. So
Yeah.
I don't mind buying a new pair every
They're an
6
affordable
months to a
shoe
year.
for the modern man.
Well, they've gotten comfortable, too. That's the other thing.
Yeah, they have.
They got that, like, gel bottom and stuff. Nah.
Yeah, that
I like
gel.
that
I
all.
like the way when I put my feet in there, it's just like, ooh.
I like how it rests my foot.
Kids
for
doing
sure.
gel bottoms.
Yeah.
Make some bottle caps and battery ass.
Now we know something's sketch.
Right.
Oh, man. Welcome to anime.
Yeah.
Again.
Anime.
Yeah.
Anime.
Really this time.
Anime?
Anime.
Yeah. Anime?
Anime.
And a maybe.
Anime.
WNBC.
Anime.
You know who you are? You're the Antichrist.
What? Okay. Why are we dropping frames?
No.
What the fuck's going on?
Is it because we have too many computers in here?
I don't know. I don't know. Let me.
Are your parents using the internet again? I don't know. Hey, we got a cat watching. That's pretty cool.
Where's our cat? Where's BMFcat?
Where's BMFcast?
Hey, BMFcat Jr., get in here.
Hey,
Get in here.
BMFcast.
Hey, cat. I appreciate that the Dragon D's nuts joke is.
Everyone's doing
right,
it.
right.
Everyone's doing it.
Spoiler alert, Evan, you were not first.
Nope.
No, Evan. No.
Nope.
No.
Dragon. Balls. Balls.
Balls. Am I right?
Balls. Balls.
Ball.
Balls.
Ball.
Hey, friend.
Balls.
Balls.
He didn't say hey back. I'm very hurt.
You are not his friend anymore.
He's ignoring you. With good reason.
How's our frames?
Oh no.
He's giving
no.
me the standby hand gesture. So I'm standing by.
So standing by.
So I am standing by.
Spock.
One sip of that bourbon, and I feel so much better about life and everything.
Isn't it great?
I've been looking forward to that drink for a long time.
Yeah.
A very long time.
For a long time.
Long time.
I've been looking forward to that drink for a long time, see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why does our internet suck right now? What the fuck is happening?
Did we lose net neutrality?
Probably.
Fuck.
Oh, man.
Who the fuck's gonna enforce it now? Nobody.
It's a pretty good upload.
It's not that great.
Okay.
Should be at least double that.
Double that.
You have to back off the bits.
I did already.
Are we back down to 720?
No. Just back down the bits.
I don't know.
I said no.
Okay.
No.
No.
No,
No.
Is this our first live stream on the new meshy thingy?
No.
Or was that last week?
Last week.
Yeah, we did one last week on the meshy thingy.
The meshy thingy.
I mean,
I can finish reading the trivia.
Dragon Ball's the movie. Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball.
Is this the BMF ASMR?
Yes. We watched some Dragon Ball. There was a point where a guy went, and then he kind of exploded. It was weird. Dragon Ball.
Yep.
Dragon Ball.
I just can't figure it out. I mean, it's like it doesn't make any sense. The speed is all over the place tonight.
It's probably YouTube then.
No, I mean straight up internet speed is all over the place.
Can you disable the signal to the other one?
There's no way he's doing something that would be pulling down 100 megabits.
Good point.
It's impossible for him to even know how to do something that would do that.
Okay. All right. Well, when you put it that way.
Well, I'm just saying, like, even streaming Netflix 4K wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, man. Is the sound quality even?
No one
even
in the chat
keeled?
seems to be complaining.
Yeah, no one's complaining. I mean, and spread out on a long enough timeline, this isn't that big, but
Oh.
bad a deal. But I mean, the thing that is normally solid green is just periodically changing to red and all over the place. So
Oh, that's a shame.
whatever. Fuck
Okay.
it. It is what it is.
Folks in the chat, could you please report as to the quality of tonight's live stream
How do we look?
with our eyes?
As far as the quality of the stream, not the quality of what you see on the stream, as far as our faces.
Right.
Yeah, we can't.
We don't
change
need that kind of commentary.
Please do not evaluate our
Oh, no.
big dumb faces.
Yeah. Leave our faces out of
My
this.
face is normal size dumb.
Faces. I don't know. You got all that beard.
My
it's hard
beard
to
is
tell.
big dumb face.
Normal face plus big ass beard equals big face.
You equal big face.
You're the equal the.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
Toss it.
Fuck that laptop.
get that laptop the
Get
fuck
the
out of
fuck
here.
out.
Laptop.
Actually, give me that shit. I'm gonna shut it all the way the fuck off.
Yeah, shut that shit all the way the fuck off.
Keystroking every goddamn thing I do or something.
Oh, yeah.
Snap it in half.
Yeah. Breaking Bad that shit.
It's a good call. Oh!
Oh my god!
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah? Well, why? Oh. Sorry about your laptop, bro.
Yeah, well,
I had to wait for the magnets to get this.
good thing my case is good.
I ain't got no chat.
What do you mean? We're talking about Terminator Genesis in the chat.
Well, I want to get in on that. Unless they're bad-mouthing it, which then I don't want any part of that. There it is. Chat's back.
Now, just saying that they changed the timeline a lot.
Sure.
Which they did.
Yeah. In a fun way.
I still think the John Connor thing is really stupid.
I don't care. The movie's fun.
Yeah. It's all right. It could have been much worse.
Yeah, it could have been 4.
Yeah, Salvation's really boring.
I realize we probably should have discussed something before we went online. So I will do my best to speak in roundabout code.
Why don't you? Can you mute everything? Going out, and then people can try and figure out by reading our lips.
Maybe.
We're about to find out.
You could just
And then, we just took the rest of the night off. So, I mean...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, after that many tequilas and after that many of the other things that we probably shouldn't mention for reasons of national security.
yeah, we're back live now. They can hear us.
Oh.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So after that many tequilas and that many horses,
Yeah.
Right.
The bartender says that's not a duck.
Right.
That's true.
And now he checks everyone before he eats it.
I love coming up with, the most innocuous, but yet maybe suggestive thing to come back in on. Turn the sound back on.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best.
It is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I still couldn't believe that much came out of a horse.
That's true.
4 horses.
Yeah.
4 horses.
It was like the apocalypse.
It was, wow, just...
It was fecal matter, the 4 horses of the apocalypse. Fecal matter, semen, spit, and horse bucky.
PP.
Uh-huh. It was
Man, you're in trouble.
it was like Pompeii on those people.
They turned to ash.
No, they just got a bunch of
Oh.
hot liquid on their face.
Dude, wait, no, that's
Pompeii is your go-to for that?
Chuck, that's Pompeii. It's pronounced differently.
Oh, sorry.
It's actually Palm P.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Pompeii.
Yeah.
Pompeii.
You know. Frothy ejaculate.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he was my favorite of the Roman emperors. Oh, frothiest Jackie.
Which pope was he again?
Pope Frothy Ejaculate the 4th.
Okay.
Man, that other guy must have been tired.
Palm Pope.
Boy, there go those advertiser dollars, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. All 79 cents in the last 8 years.
Sorry, Squarespace.
No, I just meant YouTube. We're already on the shit list.
Oh yeah,
for
we ain't
YouTube,
making it.
so-
Yeah.
We might
Yeah.
after this we might be able to get MeUndies.
Nah.
At least get that hat.
Did you have
Oh,
did
that's
you
true, yeah. Based on that guy, sure.
Sweet hat.
Did you pee your pants? Replace them with MeUndies.
Frothy ejaculate. I need a new pair of MeUndies. I need a new pair of MeUndies. I've got the frothy ejaculate. I can't contain myself. I just a fucking explode.
That's frothy macjaculate.
Sorry, my bad.
Oh man.
Frothy macjaculate.
I just imagine what we were saying when we were muted.
Yeah.
This is like this is the safe to go out version.
I hope the cat that is watching us is enjoying our ejaculate jokes.
I just whipped out me shillelagh. Just filled up MeUndies.
Whipped out Michelele and Pompeyed all over her face.
Good thing you had a Casper mattress.
I thought me as a ghost. What the fuck is a Casper? I don't know. What the fuck is wrong with us?
That's when you pretend to frothily ejaculate, and then, yeah.
Ghost ride the whip.
Right.
But not in
I'm
that
gonna
way.
be out of rum by the time we start.
Rum.
That was 9:30.
Okay, let's go.
Should we get it going?
Oh yeah, we got a lot to talk
Now
about.
we got all the jokes out.
Yep.
Let's light this candle.
Let's get serious, y'all.
Let's light these 5 candles.
We got fucking Dragon Ball to talk about.
We do, don't we? I think we're all stalling.
All right, welcome to the BMFcast.
Hey,
BMFcast.
Episode 375.
Ooh, wow,
So many numbers.
that's an anniversary.
No.
So I'm Harlow,
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
and what we do each and every episode of the BMFcast is we go and we watch ourselves a quote-unquote bad movie, come in here and talk about it the first half, and then we rate them. Good bad movies, enjoyable bad movies. They go 1 to 5 jocks and robot jocks.
Robot jocks.
Hooray, robot jocks.
Yay.
However, there are bad movies, and stay away. They get a negative sliding scale, 1 to 5 bags, that's in douchebags, after bags of douche.
Boo.
Boo. Bags of douche.
And less
No,
to do
thank
with
you.
Twilight.
Yep.
So yeah, hey, welcome to Anime.
Anime.
yeah, week 2 of.
Anime.
Yeah. It's a theme thing we're doing.
It sure
Yeah,
is.
correct.
Yeah. And this week, we realized we don't know much about the balls that dragons have.
Yep.
So
Imagine dragons.
yeah. And so we decided to do 2009's Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah, it's the
Yes.
Dragon Ball movie.
Wait, that's a good entry point.
Yeah.
the Dragon Ball movie.
Yeah, I think that's what
The
all
movie.
these kids are talking about with this Dragon Ball thing.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
they made a cartoon from
The
this.
popular movie. Dragon Ball
I hear
Evolution.
that they did spin off a cartoon
Yeah.
from this
based
property.
off of a manga.
Right.
What was his name?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we watched this movie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starring
White guy.
People from Shameless.
starring a white guy.
Yes. The cast of Shameless.
Yep. Directed by the guy who made Final Destination 1 and 3.
Uh-huh.
And I believe it also has the guy who smashes his head in the arm machine from Final Destination 3.
Sure.
Briefly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Chow Yun-Fat.
Yes.
Spike from Buffy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Amy Rossum, also from
Emmett Walsh.
Shameless. Jamie Chung from Sucker Punch and generally being sexy. I
Yeah.
don't know. Ernie Hudson.
Right.
As a fan cast
correct.
on Ernie Hudson is in
Already
this.
forgot he was in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, surprise.
So this is live action.
We didn't watch anime.
No, we totally didn't.
Well,
I mean, we
kind
did.
of anime.
We watched live action.
That's
anime.
why we're calling this theme month anime.
Anime? Yeah, the question mark is part of it.
Anime, maybe not.
Anime like it.
Anna, maybe not. Welcome to Anna,
Anna,
maybe
maybe
not.
Whatever. We usually start with a plot summary. I'll read this quickly because it's fucking stupid. The young warrior Son Goku sets out on a quest, racing against time and the vengeful King Piccolo to collect a set of 7 magical orbs that will grant their wielder unlimited power. Unlimited power.
Yeah. So that's what this was about.
Yeah.
Huh.
I followed that.
Okay.
So should we get it out of the way? None of us have watched Dragon Ball before.
Well,
But
okay.
BJ's got a point to make.
BJ is raising his hand as though to say,
BJ.
I am aware of a dragon and his balls.
Back when I had
Z.
kids, I watched probably 30 or 40 episodes
Whoa.
of the Dragon Ball.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
This is new information.
Yeah,
New
new
information
shit
come
has
to
come
light.
Why
I
didn't you explain to us what the fuck was happening then?
Because still have no idea what the fuck
Oh.
is happening. I know that there's a Goku,
Yeah.
and I know that there's a Piccolo.
Uh-huh.
I had no idea there were actual Dragon Balls. All I remember is anime fighting.
No, 7 Dragon Balls.
7.
I think
Yeah.
I did see an episode once, and there was always a number in the corner. Wasn't that part of Dragon Ball?
Fuck if I know, man.
Okay. Like there was their power number or something.
Okay.
Yeah. And
All
I know
right.
that the guy Goku like flexes and then things explode behind him and his hair turns white.
I saw a lot of that.
Yeah, and then he turns into John Cena sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Also,
Or Michael Phelps.
Also, that basketball coach.
Yeah, he gets real stoked.
Yeah. I don't know who he is. I know as much about that basketball coach as I do Dragon Balls. So-
Okay.
I never actually had kids.
Oh.
What?
Well, I've never actually seen Dragon Ball, so we're even.
What?
I dated a girl who had like teenage kids a
Oh.
long time ago.
All right.
What?
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Welcome to weird bits of my life.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you were almost cool stepdad?
Yeah, I kind of was. Yeah, it was weird.
In
I
more
was-
ways than one. Almost cool.
Right.
And almost a stepdad.
Man, so you could have actually had someone go, "You're not my real dad."
It was probably close a couple times. Yeah.
Oh man.
I
That's
mean,
terrible.
that shouldn't stop you. You should have that opportunity all the time. Just walk up to random kids and be like, hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
And just wait for one of them to finally say, you're not my real dad.
I tried to be cool stepdad though.
Yeah. As you can see, we're kind of skirting around talking about this movie because I don't know if we know how to talk about this movie.
Yeah, not knowing much about Dragon Ball, they kind of give you a little primer in the
So
beginning.
there's 2,000 years ago, King Piccolo tried to destroy the Earth.
I
And
thought it was Lord Piccolo.
I don't know, King Piccolo.
Brian
Somebody,
Piccolo.
It says
I don't
king
know.
in the plot summary.
yeah. So King Piccolo tried to destroy the Earth.
Yeah.
And a bunch of monks got together and chanted him into submission. And there were some Dragon Balls. And the Dragon Balls will grant you a wish. Piccolo's back.
But Piccolo was trying to summon a
Guess who's back?
monkey wolf.
No. So the monkey wolf was Piccolo's helper.
Uh-huh.
And he wasn't trying to bring the monkey wolf back. He was trying to make a dragon wish to destroy the Earth with the Dragon Balls. He was hoping, he was drawing monkey wolf back to him. Turns out, spoiler alert.
No,
Nah.
not yet.
Nah.
No?
Not there
Okay.
yet. Not there yet.
All right.
Because that plot twist is exclusive to this movie.
Is it?
It's not a real thing.
Okay. Man, that had to piss off Dragon
That's
Ball
probably
fans.
one of the reasons why. One of the 9
Why,
million
like-
reasons.
Why, like, literally every Letterboxd review is a half star.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it's Japanese, right? And this
Sure.
Dragon Ball is a Japanese manga.
Mm-hmm.
All the other Dragon Ball stuff, as far as I know, Goku's a pretty fairly Japanese dude. In this, he is the whitest person on the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Justin Chatwick, who not only is super white, is like just not.
He's like the Green Day guy without his eyeliner.
Yeah, he's just not a good protagonist guy.
He kind of
Like in the way
Almost-
he carries himself in everything he does, he's just
like
not
a shitty Peter Parker.
Not even
Like all the shitty
Yeah.
parts of Peter Parker.
Also,
okay,
Spider-Man
kinda.
3.
Shitty parts of
Peter
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker picked a fight
Yeah,
with Piccolo.
Yeah, he's like an Aaron Paul,
Yeah,
but
a little
like
bit.
16 and annoying.
yeah, because it starts with him training with his grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
After we've gotten this whole prologue of, all right,
His
Piccolo's
Asian
gone.
grandfather.
Asian grandfather,
Yeah.
Gohan.
Now, I mean, I'm not
Which is a name
saying
that I
that you
remember
can't
from
go from that guy
Dragon Ball
to
Z.
Chatwick or whatever his name is.
Uh-huh.
In a
two
generation,
generations.
it's
Yeah,
possible.
but it's possible, but it's also unlikely, and disrespectful, but we'll move on from there. And that'll be the last of that, I guess. Yeah, he's training with his grandfather, and
They're standing on a
Clothesline.
clothesline.
It's wire fu time.
Yeah.
But
But
I
eventually
mean-
he gets blasted off it by his grandfather doing a Hadouken, basically, and
He uses his key.
yes. Key him, blows him off there.
And then they enjoy laughing.
You say that this didn't happen. I understand that there was a character with a similar name. I am pretty positive I kept hearing them change from saying chi to ki at any given scene, as though they did not know how to pronounce.
I do
like
not.
sometimes they were like, "Well, I know how it's spelled, but this is how it's said." And
I thought they always said key, but there was a character named Chi Chi.
Chi, yes,
Yeah.
no,
I think you may have
missed.
misheard them saying like Chi-Chi.
No, she wasn't even in the scene when I was talking about. Like,
You also were
not completely paying attention.
Yeah.
However, but my audio part.
It would be one
fine.
of the least amounts of problems
Sure.
this movie has is that because even some characters don't say Goku right, they say it Goku.
Yeah,
and-
that's kind of what I was getting at. Is
Goku.
that pronunciations change wildly
They do.
throughout this movie.
but it's a multicultural event.
All right.
So you've got all different persuasions coming together to say words.
but nothing
Say
to persuade
made up
me to like
words.
this movie.
Yeah. Well, either way, grandfather's like, all right, you still got a lot to learn. Now go to high school. So we
Yeah.
have,
But he gives him like generic life lessons. He's just like, be true to yourself.
yeah.
Embrace your
Be true to
inner
your
you.
school.
Don't beat up any boys.
Yeah. Yeah, don't use your power for bad.
Yeah.
Or some bullshit.
Yeah. And he goes to like Inatech High School or, it's just fucking Science Academy school.
This is not in our regular normal world. Just
Oh no,
Yeah.
no!
Like,
Like
I'm just
everyone
setting that up
drives
for our
electric
listeners,
cars
yeah.
and everything's neon colored as
Yeah.
fuck.
He
And-
drives a bike, which immediately gets run over.
yeah,
yeah. This is weird.
by
not-
science toughs.
Yeah.
right. This is not quite Japan. Not quite near future.
No, it's in some weird under the dome society of
Yeah.
weird mix of skyscrapers and barren wastelands. But yeah, he his bike gets crushed by the football science team, and it's just like, hey man,
And they're
my
all,
bike.
Yeah, and they're all ready to fight him.
Yeah,
and
they're like, what are you gonna do about it, you piece of shit?
Yeah, he gives the Arnold fist and then turns and walks away because
Yeah.
he promised his grandfather he wouldn't fight.
No, would not fight.
To be fair, the parallels to Peter Parker that we were making, if you think about it, in the original version of Spider-Man, he went to a science high school, and yet there was a Flash Thompson. So I'm just saying there was a bully even at his science high school.
Okay,
So
There are bullies at all the science high schools.
Oh, yeah.
sure,
That's
but
true.
I mean,
there's
yeah.
always going to be a king nerd.
science bullies are running amok.
Yeah.
You got to have an alpha nerd.
Well, that's because they're like, they're making the good steroids.
Yeah.
They're safe
Yeah.
ones,
Right.
Because they're science.
Undetectable.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, then he gets caught daydreaming about Chi-Chi, who is one of the girls in his class. Mm-hmm. And he has this fantasy of her where he watches her and then kind of the background drops away and she starts sexily eating a strawberry. And
As you do.
yeah, and kind of looks over at him and that's when the teacher interrupts. He's like, oh no, I can't.
Yeah, and it's basically like, so tell us your answer as to why there's going to be an eclipse. What's going to happen? And he's like, well, my grandfather says the
2,000 years ago.
the
they
aliens will
invaded.
invade again because that was the thing that happened 2,000 years ago. And everyone in science class is like, you fucking boner, get out. You fucking suck. And he's like, my grandfather said it. Sorry. But yeah, then he's out in the hallway, and Chi-Chi can't get her locker open because they've got these weird credit card scanners to get
yeah.
into their lockers, and hers isn't working. So he uses his key to just blow open every locker in the school. Everything goes exploding out of there.
And
I was-
she's the only one there who
Yeah,
sees it.
yeah, because everyone else went to class. And she's like, "Did you do that?" And he's like, no, I gotta go."
Yeah, well, she
Something
goes,
suddenly came
you
up.
used your key, didn't you?
Yeah.
And he goes, how do you know about that?
Right. And then he's just like,
I was for sure they were going to make a key joke, like
Yeah.
open the door with a key,
right.
sort of thing. Nope.
You have to make it yourself.
Nope.
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
but she invites him to her party that night.
Yeah.
And she lives.
In a palace.
Yeah. Well, let's go through. I guess there was a scene before that.
Yeah.
So he runs home briefly, and grandfather is like, he's made his special like creepy looking pigeon and some soup
Yeah.
and a cake
Yeah,
and shit.
I made you beef stew, and
Well,
here's
yeah, he's got
foot
chicken
surprise,
feet.
and-
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like, Goku, come down and have your shitty birthday dinner. I also made you a cake.
yeah, but he also, it's important, he gives him a little box.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that was earlier in the day.
Gives him
Yeah,
the
and
Hellraiser
he's
box.
like, it's time. Here, check this shit out.
It's time.
And he gives him, and it's a Dragon Ball.
It's like, what the fuck is this, grandfather?
Yeah.
He said it's a Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball. It's the 4-star Dragon Ball. There's 7. Put all 7 together, you can make a wish, and you can wish for anything, and this dragon will give it to you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, what the fuck ever. All right.
It's like, sweet.
Bye, old man.
I'm taking
Yeah.
this to the party.
Yeah. Before he leaves for the party, he's like, cool, I'm going to take my grandfather's most prized possession.
And also not tell my grandfather where I'm going.
Right.
On his birthday.
Yeah. It's pretty shitty.
He could have at least had dinner with his grandfather.
Could
know.
have. Yeah. Those
Rude
chicken
ass.
feet aren't going to eat themselves.
Right. They looked delicious.
Because the rest of the chickens were also cooked on the other side.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he goes to the palace party and, tries to walk through the gateway to get into
Yeah.
past the moat into
all-
the castle.
The science toughs are
Yeah.
waiting for him.
Like, hey, fucking Goku.
Geeku.
Yeah, you get out of here.
That's a pretty good one. Yeah.
And he's just like, come on, guys, I'm not going to fight you. And they're like, yeah, you're not going to fight us. We're all going to beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah, it's not going to be a fight. It's going to be a massacre.
And he's just like, all right, let's do this. But all he does is he dodges.
Yeah, he said, I promised I wouldn't fight.
Yeah.
And so he
They all
does-
try to murder him
Yeah.
with the fury of 1,000 suns. They are just super pissed that he dared show up.
Mm-hmm.
So they are going to beat him to death. And
Yeah.
instead, they beat each other to death.
Yes, because he's doing
They get out like...
No.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he's doing the dodge, and
Yeah.
the one guy punches the other guy because he missed him.
Mm-hmm.
He punches through the lead science toughs, or not, somebody punches through the lead science toughs
Yeah.
car window, and that makes the lead science tough really mad. So he grabs like an iron bar and starts coming after Goku with the iron bar,
Yeah.
who starts dodging and jumping around on lead science tough's car, and he keeps like beating the shit out of his own car.
Yes.
And then another science tough comes after him with another iron bar,
Uh-huh.
and he does a little matrix dodge, and they hit each other, probably crushing each other's limbs and
Yeah.
breaking ribs.
We never
and such.
see any of these people again.
No, they're dead.
No, because they died.
Yeah.
Because nobody like runs to their like
no.
assistance.
I also like that these men have murdered each other outside, and the party just kind of happens inside.
Yes. This
It's-
low-key, chill-ass party just keeps on
Yeah.
chilling.
It's a palatial estate. Nobody can hear the fighting from that
The
far
party
away.
is miles away from this
Right.
fight.
Yeah.
And
But Chi-Chi's just like,
Chi-Chi's like,
Hey,
oh, look at him.
yeah. Come in here and talk to me. Let's
Yes.
stand next to my parrot and have a conversation.
Yeah. Meanwhile, grandfather's got problems
Hmm.
because Brian Piccolo has shown up in his flying blimpmobile thing
Yeah.
with his
Studebaker.
sidekick lady
Yeah.
with the crappy haircut.
Oh, there was a scene with her before where they fuck up a village
That
Yeah.
is true.
because he drops a Dragon Ball off of his airship and roasts a village.
Right. Are these things also like ordnance?
They're whatever you want them to be.
I guess.
They are.
I'm not sure if it was that or him doing his key thing, and
It looked like
it
at one
looked
point
like he dropped
Yeah.
the
He
Dragon
was-
Ball down
he-
there, though.
through it. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe he's just powerful enough to harness. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who fucking
who
Because
knows?
in
Who
this
fucking
yeah,
knows?
because in this village they are protecting
Just
a Dragon
Goku
Ball.
with it.
But yeah, so this
Oh, was that a
village.
joke?
Yeah.
God damn it!
It was Joku.
I set you up for it.
Yeah. So, yeah, he blows up a village. The lady goes down. Evil lady with a gun. Like, she doesn't have any powers. She just has guns,
And a
apparently.
bad haircut
Yeah.
and a boob window.
Yes. Her costume has a boob window.
Mm-hmm.
But she hears the little girl underneath the stairs or underneath the floorboards and is about to shoot her, and the mom pops up and goes, I have what you want here. And so she takes the Dragon Ball and we presume just shoots the mother anyway.
You would think, but we later
Yeah.
find out that's not the case.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And-
so now they've
And now they've come to grandfather.
yeah.
And they're like, and that's when Piccolo is like, hey, all right, where is it?
Yeah. Give me
Huh.
I need the oh wait, it's not here.
Yeah.
Well, fuck your house then.
Yeah, and he just kind of crumples his house up and smashes it on grandfather.
Yeah. I'll show you.
Yeah. So it's actually good that Goku took his grandfather's most
Yes.
prized possession
This
with
worked
him
out.
to a party.
Yeah. But when Piccolo collapses the house on Grandfather, Goku's like, a disturbance in my grandfather. I have to go see him. And
It's as
Chi-Chi's
if one voice cried out and suddenly silence.
Yeah. And Chi-Chi's just like, but... And he goes running off. So, runs home and
Finds Grandfather.
digs through the rubble, finds him, and he's like, let me go get help. And Grandfather's like, no,
There's no time.
just let me die. But always remember, be true to your school. And you
Yeah.
know,
Great power comes great responsibility.
Right. And for
Don't be a
God's
menace to South
sake,
Central.
Yes, your mother's name is Martha.
never take that Dragon Ball to a party. For the love of God,
Yeah.
no matter what you do.
Stop dragging that ball
The
around.
Dragon Ball's in the castle.
Yeah, and find Master Yoshi.
Yes.
Or Roshi. Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Yes, he's a little dinosaur, and he grabs things and eats them and then spits them back out. No, Master Roshi.
Yeah.
No, not Dagda.
Oh, right. Well, and he's just like, Grandfather, no. And then he buries him in the backyard. Which,
He just
Hey, man.
puts him under a cairn.
yeah,
if you will.
uh-huh, yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, it's Grandfather's like your cat. You know? What are you going to do?
Just get a new grandfather.
Yeah, just replace
Just
it.
go to the pound and get a
Get
new
one that looks
grandmother.
kind of like him,
Yeah.
but, you know, the old one, it's...
This one's done.
the old one,
Give me another one.
Can I have
You
another
dig a hole in
domestic
the
short-haired
backyard
grandfather,
and-
please?
that's what you do.
That'll be $40.
Preferably one with wisdom. I need to learn more things. Yeah, but so he just kind of sets off.
Well, no, he doesn't set off yet. He goes back to the house, and he's like, well,
Oh, right,
I guess I don't
yeah.
have a bed because Piccolo smashed it.
He like goes to every room and opens the door, just like, well, this room's fucked too. Yep, this one's fucked too. Well,
And all of a sudden, there's Emmy Rossum
uh-huh.
named Bulma.
What?
Bulma.
Okay.
I thought
Like-
it was
like
Wilma
the-
for about half the movie.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Bulma,
that's- oh.
like the female body part.
No.
Bulma.
That's Mulva.
Oh.
Dolores.
Dolores!
Grits?
Yes, her name is Grits. Let's call her Grits for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, so Grits pulls a gun on him.
A Bulma of grits.
Oh, Emmy grits. Emmy grits.
No, she pulls a gun on him and is like, where is it? Where's the... And she calls it something weird.
She does, which immediately
Phaedrus
stops.
ball,
Yeah,
or-
she does. She calls it like she's got her own name for it, the Pythagorean's balls, but whatever. She's just, and he's just basically like,
Prometheus sphere.
oh, what? Okay, but she's like, it's got 5 stars and it's mine, and he's like,
5 stars we're in.
yeah, but he's like, look, it's got 4 stars,
Yeah,
idiot.
learn to count, idiot.
And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I could have killed you.
Yeah. And he's like, you weren't even close.
You're a lousy shot and you suck. So anyway, where are we going?
Yeah, I guess the movie was just like, look, if you think they're going to end up together, nah, because you know this is the way you introduce people who are never going to end up together, which they don't.
But she's got a tracker, and he's just like, oh, it reads Dragon Ball energy or something, and she's like, yeah, DBE, that's cool.
Yeah, and
I'll
she's
say
like,
that for the
I'm
rest of the
looking,
movie.
I'm looking for the other one because someone broke into my father's laboratory and stole it, and I promised I'd get it back.
Yeah,
And I thought you were him because same signature or whatever.
right, because you look just like
And
the
she's
boob
like, well-
window lady who actually stole it.
Yeah, and he's like, well, it wasn't you, so later.
Yeah,
And he's like,
they
nah.
that's even worse. Is they flash back to that she caught boob window lady
Yeah.
stealing it, and then was like, yeah,
Yeah, Goku, you
Same-
must be boob window lady.
same difference.
Yeah, totally you. You're feminine-ish.
Feminine. You also have a bad haircut.
Yeah, you're all weird.
I just saw a bad haircut and I chased after.
Yeah.
I wasn't really concerned with the boob window part of it.
But he's just like, well, this is my Dragon Ball, and now let's go on an adventure.
Yeah.
That's basically the pact that they form.
Yeah. So they're off to find Master Roshi.
Right. So they go
Who-
to... God, they go to this... you think they're going to the city, but they just roll up on this house in the middle of nothing that looks like it's just perched on a cliffside somewhere. It's like this one house that hasn't been destroyed by civilization or anything. And they just kind of go inside and look around, tracking the thing, and then I guess...
Well, yeah, at first he's like, you can't just break into the house. And she's like,
door's open. Let's just go. It's not a crime if if the door's open, which it is, but yeah, and this is Chow Yun Fat's house.
because they're sneaking around and accidentally Goku knocks like something off a shelf that falls into
7 pebbles.
Yeah, this big ball rolls into the pebbles, and that it pops him up in the air, and he's able to, bullet time catch 6 of them, and he bumps the last one, and it hits this jar, which wakes Chow Yun-Fat up from his hammock. And so commence fight scene.
Yes. And it's clear that this character, as written in the manga and the animated thing and stuff like that, is just comical, silly old man, which does not befit Chow Yun-Fat at all.
It's one of those things that even if they'd found a better, maybe if they'd found a better actor for it, it might have worked, but it's going to be real tough to translate.
They had it in the movie. All they had to do was switch roles with the grandfather.
Yes,
that guy's the key maker guy from the Matrix who was all bumbly and
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
It's just
Chow Yun-Fat would have been a better grandfather, and
also he could have been out of this movie faster, which is probably what he wanted.
Yeah, yeah, because like right away, like they get into a fight, and Chow Yun-Fat just looks like he does not give a fuck about what he's doing. Like, by the way, all the fights in this movie are super wiry and CG-ish and sped up, and like nothing looks like it's making I mean, they're all bad.
They're trying to. They're trying to not video game it up. They're trying to cartoon it up.
Yeah,
they were fine to me. Honestly, I guess maybe I went in not expecting good martial arts in any way, and it is very much that where it's a lot of slow motion CG assisted.
Yeah,
that. So if you think that stuff's bullshit, yes, it's going to be bullshit. Like that, it's exactly what you think it is.
I think coming to this after watching 20 weeks of Shaw Brothers movies, looking at this, it was just like, this is just the laziest. Like, no one cares. But
it's not supposed to look anything like that.
I know, but I was hoping for at least a fight in this movie where I would be like, oh, this is sweet, but none of them do that.
Nah.
Yeah, I know.
This is a Dragon Ball, son.
Yeah.
Nothing is supposed to look like normal fighting.
But they fight, and Goku kind of gets his ass beat, and then eventually, like, the girl comes in and is like, hey, hold up, old man, we're looking for stuff. And then they realize, oh, you're Master.
But yeah, he does like a Hadouken almost.
Yeah.
But Chow Yun-Fat dodges it. It hits Bulma, and then he goes, "Oh, I recognize that. How's grandfather doing?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "He's dead."
It's great, except he's dead.
Yeah. He'd be doing better if he wasn't dead.
Right.
Oh, Patrick Warburton's back.
Buried him. And it's just, okay, you've got a Dragon Ball, let's find it. And he's like, I put it in this trunk. And they're like, no, you didn't. It's over here.
Yeah, he bumbles around for a while.
They find it.
They find it, and Goku, whenever he picks up one of them, he kind of has like these visions of
the end of the world.
Yeah, basically the end of the world. Of you see Piccolo for a second going and then the world exploding like a nuke or something.
Yeah, it's stock footage from T2 basically is what every time is what you're seeing some angle of. But yeah, he never really mentions it. He never really says anything like, I touched this thing and just saw the world end. Is that a problem? Like, someone realizes it towards the end, but like all the times he keeps touching these things, it never comes up. But they're just like, okay, take us to the place, take us to the next where are we going? Let's go. Let's whatever. I don't know. It's just like, let's go to the next location the script says we should go.
So they hop on her sweet bike, which is a thing that she throws out and like hits a button or something, and it's it goes from a pocket-sized thing to a motorcycle.
Yeah,
well, not a motorcycle. It's like one of those three-wheel
like one of those
motorcycles.
Can-Am things.
Yeah.
Three-wheel thing.
Yep.
And this also begins like Goku's training because he has to run alongside them carrying all of Chow Yun-Fat's stuff.
Yeah.
But like, if this is training, no one ever says, now we're going to start your training, and they do it for maybe 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, the training is over before.
Yeah, well, he's trying to do. Yeah, he's standing on his head on like one hand, standing, doing a handstand, and he also has to learn to use his ki while he's doing that. But they fall into a pit.
They do.
As they're driving along.
They're playing E.T. and they fall into a pit.
Yes. And, despite being them, they're stuck in this pit.
Despite one, if not two of them having superpowers where they could just jump out of the pit, which happens.
Yeah. But no.
They're just like, oh, woe is us. We are stuck in this pit. Luckily, Guy is there.
Yeah, who I believe is Yamcha.
Okay.
Yes.
They've said it like once over the course of the movie. This is just IMDb going by that. I'm pretty sure.
Never got this guy's name, but he's immediately just like, "Hey, you guys in a hole?
Yeah.
I got a ladder."
Yeah. How much is it worth to you?
And she's like, "I'll handle this." And she's like, "I'll do you a favor if you let us out of here." And he's like, "Yeah, well, pay me right now."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be great. Money?
Yeah.
though? What about
Yeah.
that little thing that looks like this fancy ass bike?
Yeah.
And she's like, nah.
Yeah. So they hang out and they have a campfire, and Chow Yun-fat tells the story in the prologue again through the special effects of the fire. And the dude is still just hanging up top, like, I got this ladder up here if you guys just want to come out. And
And then Chow Yun-fat just gets kind of sick of it and goes, "All right," and just jumps out in the guy and lands in the guy's face.
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right,
drop that ladder.
here, I'll make you a deal.
Yeah.
We got to find Dragon Balls, and they're worth a lot of money.
Right.
So you'll get a third of it."
And we're just dragging our balls around
Yeah.
in here, so let's get to it.
Because the girl has a plan to where she's going to get all the Dragon Balls together and create unending
Unlimited source of energy.
right
From
and,
the Dragon Balls.
and they've promised him a third of the profits of that venture.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Which
she's
Chow Yun-fat knows there is not going to be at the end of this adventure.
So she's upset about that, and Chow Yun-fat's like, "Look, a third of zero is still zero, so shut up. Let's get out of this hole." So they're out of the hole.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Well,
what?
they're not out of the hole.
Oh, right,
They're
they
like,
have an
oh yeah,
adventure.
there's
Yeah.
a Dragon Ball nearby.
Right.
We
Yeah.
need to go get it.
He's got like a handheld Total Recall drill.
Yeah. Screw you.
Yes.
Yeah. One of those. Meanwhile, Piccolo has vaporizes this lake to get a Dragon Ball at the bottom of it. So he's got that, and then he straps himself into a machine that sucks some of his blood out, and that gives him a good as they're doing that.
Yep.
And that lets him create weird
Putties.
goopy monster putty things.
Putties.
Is that actually what they are? Or
Oh,
you
that's what
just-
they are in
It's Power Rangers.
Power
right?
Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Power Rangers.
Oh.
That's just some putties.
Putties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A nice sob you got there.
Yeah, but they're just CG goop, basically. Goop people.
Yeah. But
Well, they're
these
rubber suited dudes, and then they turn into
They
CG
turn
goo.
into
Yeah.
CG goo.
Yeah. This matters because they drill through the rock and then are suddenly like, all right, here we are. There's lava. And I see a Dragon Ball just sitting on a pedestal over there. So let's go get it.
Yeah.
And this is when they were attacked by goopy guys
Yep.
who they cut them in half and they just kind of form back together. Because
They grow into if you cut one apart, it grows another from both halves or both
Exactly.
pieces.
If you cut him, does he not goop?
Don't you know anything about goopy things? But yeah, then they just realized, throw them in the lava. That's what'll stop them from...
and apparently they float on lava.
They harden and they
because
just float.
they're
They turn to stone.
I guess it's because they're goop and they're not people and they're somehow regenerating or something.
Oh,
because they
alright.
partly
Okay.
regenerate, right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's-
I will accept
that's
your,
my guess.
your
Yeah.
scientific solution.
Yes.
To this
That
problem.
was what I gleaned from
Okay.
watching that.
Because
Oh, yeah.
then Goku, Roger Moore, Alligator jumps over the goop people
Yeah.
and goes and gets the Dragon Ball and is just basically like, got the
Cool.
Dragon Ball.
Got a Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
and then
he picks it up and has another vision. And as he's having the vision, that's when my boob window lady just shows up and takes it.
She's your boob
She's
window
your
lady?
boob lady? That's not right. She's
M-A-I,
everyone's boob
my
window
lady.
is her name.
Oh, all
character's
right,
name.
I thought we were
your
going to start.
wife will hear about
I thought we
this.
were starting to get to claim boob window ladies.
Yeah. I didn't
My
know
boob window lady.
One day we'll find my boob window lady.
One day your boob window lady will come.
Yes. Yeah.
One day we'll
But
find it.
yeah, she
The
shows up
boob
and
window connect.
takes it.
Yeah. But they get it back right away because Goku's just like, nah, fuck that. And
Okay.
She
Doesn't
tries
he
to punch
blast
him.
her?
He drops it or something.
or that's right, yeah, she punches him.
And she punches him in the face, and he's like, "That didn't hurt."
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. Kick and grabs the Dragon Ball,
Right.
and then
Then they go to the sporting event. The fights.
Does anything else happen there?
Yeah, okay.
No,
yeah.
it's just you see the lava thing, and they just go and right over there's a stadium, and it's where Chi-Chi
Well, yeah,
is
they
fighting.
they had gone there first before they crashed into the pit.
They went to the stadium first.
Yeah, they went and because he was going to complete his training.
Oh.
And they're like, and Chow Yun-Fat made it seem like it was some exclusive place, and they get there and there's like 100 people all doing moves.
No. I'm talking about.
And that's when they see Chi-Chi,
Okay,
and we learn that Chi-Chi
right.
is also a key fighter person.
Yeah.
Because she's beating this guy's ass, and then suddenly sees Goku, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Goku!" And then this dude punches her in the face. She's like, "What the fuck?" And then kicks him.
I
off
thought
a
that was
rock.
after.
Nah,
No,
it's
the
before.
training place was before that, but then after that is when they go to the stadium.
Yeah, when they
where
go.
Chi-Chi is fighting in the arena
Okay, sure,
and gets cut by Boob Lady
sure.
to get the
Yeah.
blood.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. But anyway, so it's been established now that Chi-Chi is actually one of the fighters and knows how to do all that stuff, and that this place isn't so secret.
Nope.
But yeah, they left because Emmy Rossum's little thing went off and detected another Dragon Ball.
Okay.
So then they came back to that after that because, hey, why not? We don't know where any more Dragon Balls are, so let's just watch some fights or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she fights Boob Window Lady, and Boob Window Lady like cuts her arm and then just kind of
Steals
walks
her
off
blood.
and disqualifies herself from the fight,
Yeah.
which Chi-Chi's pissed about. Like, she's not pissed about getting cut. She's pissed about the disqualification.
She's like, "Why'd you even come here if you're not going to fight, huh?"
yeah. But of course, then knowingly, she drops the blood into a little vial.
Uh-huh.
That's all we see of that.
Spooky vial.
Yep,
And then romance.
I guess.
Goku's trying to learn. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've
so,
also learned there's only like 2 days left.
Right.
When they left, there were like 7 days. And then
Yeah,
like,
they fucked around for a long time.
right.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the movie takes place
5 days
over
of
those
fucking
2 days.
around, right.
Yeah.
So later on, after the temple fight, Roshi is trying to teach Goku the Kamehameha. I hope I know it.
what?
It's ridiculous. Kamehameha.
Right.
I used to think it was Kamehameha, like King
I was
Kamehameha.
going to say, that sure
Yeah.
sounds like it.
And
Which is just basically throw a fireball.
sort of like it's a Hadouken
Yeah.
/ fireball.
Do a bunch of shit.
I
Channel
guess it's
your...
also like I think they were trying to get that it was like because there were like 3 elements or something that he was supposed to master, and that was the Kamehameha was the last thing that he would
Yeah.
master.
Because they're airbenders.
Yeah, air and fire and earth maybe.
Yes.
And heart.
Hard, right? Water. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, Roshi's like, you might as well fucking learn it because it's 2 days until everything dies anyway. So I'll teach you this in case it helps. And he can't do it. He fucks up, and he's standing there practicing when
Chi-Chi shows up.
Chi-Chi shows up, and she's like, "Oh yeah, Kamehameha, huh? Why don't you Kamehameha over here?
And he's like, all right. And she's like, whoa,
No,
not
but-
so fast.
You're gonna have to light them torches
Yeah.
first."
Every time you light a torch, you can take 1 step towards me. So he like lights 2 right away.
Right off the bat, and he's like, "Yeah, I got this
Yeah.
shit. You might as well start."
And the third one is just the biggest wet fart of a fire. It's just, bleh. It's nothing. And she's like, step back. No. And then he just basically lights everything.
Right,
Like
Yeah,
all
he
of
lights
them
lights the
on fire.
remaining
simultaneously.
3.
Yeah.
And she's like, "All right, now come to my window."
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, meanwhile,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Chow Yun-Fat has met with the master that's there.
And that master
who's
is
BMFcast alum Ernie Hudson.
yes, BMFcast own Ernie Hudson.
Ernie
Ernie
Hudson.
Ernie Hudson.
Yeah. This is probably his least significant role I've ever seen him in.
Yeah.
Because he's just basically a guy at this temple, and Chow Yun-Fat is like, I need your special elixirs or whatever. Let's make a pot of elixirs.
Well, yeah, he kind of says, like, listen, he's not going to be ready in time
Yeah.
to fight him.
So we need to cheat.
So, yeah, we need to... And Ernie Hudson's like, that's going to, like, kill all of you, right?
Yeah.
Like, it'll use up all your life essence, I believe is how he puts it. And so they form some kind of urn.
Right.
That or yes, Ernie makes an urn. Yeah, yeah. So he helps him form this urn thing, and he's like, maybe you can contain him in this. Hope
Yeah.
it works. Via con Dios.
Right. See you guys around.
Uh-huh.
I've been Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, yeah. So that while that's going on, Goku's doing the whole torch thing with Kiki.
Yeah.
And then Emmy Rossum wakes up and goes out in the hall and is like, wait, what is that? And then it's Chi-Chi walking out of Goku's room.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Obviously hiding something.
Well, yeah. Well, she's pointing a gun at her. She's like, who are you? And then she turns around. She's like, oh, Chi-Chi, how's it going? You know, oh, well, that's Goku's room, is it?
Yeah, y'all getting your fuck on? Huh?
Yeah, they do dance around that for a while.
Yeah, and also Yamcha walks out and he's like, man, everybody's up right now, huh?
Uh-huh.
What's
Yeah.
going on?
Oh, I didn't think the old boy had it in him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
man.
he was just a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
He's in there boning.
Yeah.
All right, good job, you guys. And then Goku comes out of the bathroom like brushing his teeth, like, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
Well, yeah. Meanwhile, Chi-Chi kind of
Yeah.
runs off,
And they're like, "What did?" And then
and Chi-Chi like comes around the corner, right?
No,
I think Emmy
yeah.
Rossum pulls out her little detectory thing.
Oh,
and
yeah,
she's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Is leaving."
oh, she's stealing the balls.
She's dragging our balls away.
Yeah. So they confront her, and she immediately turns around and shoots a gun that makes the hallway explode. And there's a tunnel of fire they can't get through. So Goku just basically goes, well, I don't think I'm flammable, and jumps through it.
He's an airbender. Fire's not a big deal.
But he jumps into a room where now there are two Chi-Chis fighting each other.
yes,
Yes.
Because
one
obviously
has a
is-
wrist scratch.
Yeah,
We should know that.
right. Because it was established
Right.
briefly.
But he kicks the ever-loving shit out of the real Chi-Chi.
They do
Like,
the whole...
kicks her in the goddamn neck.
It's me. I'm
Yeah.
the real... And help me, Goku.
I'm the real Slim
Yeah.
Chi-Chi.
So he hits the wrong one.
Kicks the shit out of her
hard,
neck.
like
Yeah.
really hard. And
And of course, it's the other one goes
the wrong one.
wrong
Yeah.
one and blasts him with that gun, and like this green puff of smoke comes around.
yeah, just hits him with just stuff, and he almost dies.
Mm-hmm.
he
Yeah.
has a dream where
Yeah, and he goes and visits grandfather.
yeah, and grandfather's like, no, not now.
Yeah.
It is not your time. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of
Be
here.
true to yourself. Stay in school.
And I don't know, Chow
Be true to your
Yun-Fat
school.
does one of his fireball things and wakes him up.
Yeah, the Kamehameha that I've been informed should be pronounced Kamehameha.
But they don't.
Whatever.
They don't say it that way.
They say a Kamehameha,
do.
so he does the Kamehameha on him, which is supposed to be like a huge offensive maneuver. And I am offended that it brought him back to life instead of blasting this dumb white kid out of the movie.
Yeah. It did almost kill him. Like he had the big like gasping in air thing, and then he just is not moving for a few seconds.
He was already almost dead,
Yeah.
so
different kind of almost dead, but then he's fine. But yeah,
Yeah. But they're
saved
like,
Goku.
well,
Great.
yeah, I guess Piccolo's got all the Dragon Balls now.
Yep, I guess that's the apocalypse.
Yep.
Well, let's go to Dragon
we have
Island.
to go to the
or-
Dragon Temple.
Yeah,
That's where you drag your balls to the Dragon Temple.
take all 7 to the temple.
Once you've been dragging your balls for a while,
you put them in a thing, and
you sit your balls on the altar and make a wish.
I think it's Balter.
oh, you bolter.
Yes, Gaius Balter.
Yes. There's a gate before the altar.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's Pius Balter.
Balter's Gate. That joke's about 9 layers too deep. Moving on. So Piccolo and Titwindo.
The team up of the century.
I fucking love them in the 60s.
Yeah, man.
Oh, was that lounge act that you were telling us about?
They were so good.
No, Piccolo and Titwindo have arranged all the Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
The insanity of these words that are coming out of her mouth. This has finally caught up to me. I'm sorry.
But Piccolo has to tell the story of how, like he was trapped for 2,000 years and
Yeah.
it sucked.
He's upset
and
about
so
that.
he puts everything on the ball altar and
Ball
That's a
altar.
balter.
the ball altar, the ballster.
Yeah.
And it raises up into this huge column in the sky. Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, they're riding around in their Humvee thing.
They're in the dude who got him out of the hole,
Yeah.
his super Jeep. And they're just like, roads where we were going, we don't need roads,
Yeah.
and hover conversion, that shit. And then they're flying to the Balter also.
So they're flying to the Balter in the hover Hummer
Yes.
to put the balls on the Balter.
Right.
Yeah. Okay,
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah. And Chow Fat leans out the back and is like, "All right, I got to zap him and make him I interrupt the prayer so that he can't complete the ceremony."
And man, it becomes CG nightmare at this point.
Yeah.
It's like, it's one of those things like you can see the layers of effects to where like the film gets super faded and weird, and it's just man, like
this is where it gets chaotic.
It gets
like as far as like
super cartoony.
editing everything is just a mess.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of CG energy comes from one guy that's colored blue and the other one's colored red, and then they collide in the air, and then there's big puffs of energy explosions and rocks blowing up, and Chow Fat basically he breaks the Balter.
He does.
And the,
Yes.
Yeah, and one of the balls rolls off, and Piccolo's not happy about it.
Nope.
And meanwhile, Boob Window is gathering all the rest of them up. And
Goku is
the
he's
explosion
put on his
in the
costume.
air. Yeah, the explosion in the air that's knocked them all back has also taken out one of the floating tires of the Humvee thing.
All right.
So they crash land. Chow Fat's thrown from the thing. It lands. Piccolo gets smashed on the rocks.
Yep.
And everybody kind of is like, all right. Well, I guess we need to get up now.
Yes.
We got to finish the movie.
we have to do the finale now.
Yeah.
Everyone get up.
And Goku's like, all right, I finally got that orange outfit everybody's been waiting for me to put on.
Yeah. I'm in it
I'm-
now,
yeah.
so let's do this.
Yeah.
And then
And he
Piccolo
just
is
looks
basically... you guys are...
Sorry, we're having a little side conversation here in the chat.
We'll give you all a second.
Yeah. Keep your flautulence out of this.
Carry on, my wayward sons.
Sorry, it's just the whole fucking thing is so stupid.
It is.
This just got
It totally
me giggly.
is. Yeah. Because... So at this point, Goku's like,
All right.
where's
I'm in
this...
the orange costume.
Yeah,
and I look scrawny in this thing.
Yeah, because it's so big and padded and stupid looking, and
Yeah.
he's like, let's
and
do
he has
this.
no shoulders whatsoever.
No, none. And he's just basically like, so where's this demon thing, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to fight your demon. And he's like, guess what?
You're the demon.
You're the demon now, dog.
Yeah.
It's just, see that? The eclipse is
Yeah.
here, and now you're going to turn into Teen Wolf.
Yeah,
and
you're
it's
the
gonna
dog
be,
now, man.
Yeah, it's just going to be fucking more chaos now, and you're not going to be, no one's going to know what's happening at this point, but you're going to turn into a big CG wolf wearing a Letterman's jacket.
Yeah.
Teen Wolf.
Yes.
He beat wrestling.
Yeah, and so he
Oh no, I'm sorry. That was
That
Teen
was
Wolf
Teen
2.
Wolf 2.
My bad. Basketball,
Basketball.
then wrestling.
Yeah.
It was boxing.
Boxing?
Yeah, it was
I thought it was
boxing.
wrestling. Okay.
But okay, so he turns into this thing, and everyone's like, "Oh no!" And then he goes over and murders Chow Yun Fat while trying to not murder Chow Yun Fat, like getting a
Well-
voiceover in his head of grandfather
that
saying,
doesn't quite happen yet. What happens is
there's-
Chow Yun Fat has to fight Piccolo.
"All right, there's the
He does a bitch and flute solo to take him on.
yep, yeah, they
And
have the multicolored cloud battle.
and the urn gets smashed.
Yeah, the urn never plays any.
Well, it's kind of like they kind of have Piccolo held in a bunch of CG bullshit for a
Oh,
while. Then he's
okay.
like, I guess that's to show he's too strong. Meanwhile, Wolfman Goku has, like the other ones are running away because they got the Dragon Ball.
Uh-huh.
And what's his face basically like tells him, he's like, just go.
Yeah,
Take my ball and run with it.
run.
And he's like, I'll stop him. And he keeps waiting at the door. And then, of course, Werewolf Goku smashes through the wall and like obliterates him.
Yeah,
And then Emi Razuma eventually ends up fighting Boob Window Lady.
but dude shows
And-
back up. And
yeah,
shoots
dude
her.
shows back up, shoots Boob Window Lady in the back, and that's the end of her.
Yeah, you don't see her again.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Goku outside is when he comes back after taking out the one dude, comes back and starts choking Chow Yun Fat. Chow Yun Fat's like, "Hey, you're still Goku, yo.
Yeah,
Don't kill me."
look into your heart.
Yeah. My mother's name was Martha too.
Yeah,
And
remember something your grandfather said.
yeah.
Flashback, do things, and then he just basically stops being werewolf.
Be true to your school.
Yeah.
Be faithful to
Yeah.
thy own self.
And Piccolo is like, how is this possible? You're supposed to be spooky werewolf man. And Goku's like,
Fuck you, buddy.
price is wrong, bitch, or whatever. And just,
Fucking airbags.
yeah. And I don't know. What he does to it. He hits him with something.
Well, yeah, that's when he does the thing that everyone's seen in every animated GIF ever.
Uh-huh.
Was where he's like doing the
Yeah.
He's like, I'm Goku and I'm gonna do Goku shit.
He
Yo.
doesn't go Super Saiyan.
Yeah, he doesn't because his
No.
hair
Which is
doesn't turn white.
Disappointing as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he kind
I
of
think
like
he already turned white enough in this movie.
Well,
Yeah. From the start. True.
yeah, but he does the flex and then but all he does is kind of like get more of the bullshit energy swirling around him.
Yeah.
But there's never like that big explosion that you're like, come on.
Yeah.
If you're going to
Yeah.
do the Dragon Ball thing, that's the only thing anybody who doesn't know shit about Dragon Ball knows.
That's all I was waiting for.
Yeah. And he doesn't.
Nope.
He basically like jumps up and I guess
Does
punches.
a Super Kamehameha.
Yeah. Whatever.
Uh-huh.
But he punches Piccolo and Piccolo lands on the ground and that's that. And he's like, yo, I'm Goku. Give me the balls.
Yeah, let's put all these balls together and make a wish.
Yeah. But, well, and this like makes the eclipse end.
Yeah.
Because it's tinged the entire screen green for the whole time while the eclipse has been happening.
Right.
And then it just turns back to a normal day.
Mhm.
And they bring Chai Fat up onto the Balter.
Yeah,
And
like
like, all right,
to Balter Mountain, and they're like, let's...
Night on Balter Mountain.
Yeah.
let's make a wish and
Right.
shit. And of course,
One wish. Let's summon the dragon
Yeah.
and make a wish to the wish dragon. And the flying, flaming wish dragon shows up, and they're like, give this old
Yeah.
man life again, because I've known him for a day, not my grandfather,
Yeah,
who I've known forever.
I was going to say, like, I mean, it's one super wish.
Yeah,
Throw your grandfather in there.
right. Bring back all my loved
Yeah.
ones, including this one. Thank you.
Well, unless he secretly loved Piccolo.
Well, yeah, because, I don't know. But anyway, Chow Yun-Fat's alive again.
Yep.
Yay.
And he kind of pulls a Buffy from season 6 where he's like, yay, well, I was in this awesome place and I was totally content. And then
Thanks.
grandfather kicked me out
Yeah.
because he said somebody wanted me back here. So fuck all y'all.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And then they're like, oh no, the Dragon Balls are gone again. I guess we'll have to hunt them down again. Womp womp.
Sequel time.
Yeah, and then,
And
I don't
then
know, everyone makes out.
Fucking credits. Yeah.
Well, no, he goes back and Chi-Chi's like, well, you I let you hit me.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I was too fast for you. And
Oh, they straight up Rocky 3 this movie at the
Yeah.
end. It's just basically
you need to settle this.
we need to figure out who's going to be the best fighter. So they circle around each other for a minute, and then
As they're jumping at each other in the air, smash the credits.
yes, pauses right before they hit each other. Then credits. Then
Yeah.
out of credits.
Yeah, there's
back to
Yeah, mid-credit scene.
more
where
movie.
This woman takes like 45 minutes to prepare soup and then bring it to Piccolo, who's on a bed
Right.
sleeping.
Great.
But it is one of those scenes that takes like
yeah,
it feels like about 3 minutes.
yeah. It's like, what are you?
Of
what
someone
are-
making soup and then wiping off.
Yeah. It's like, what are you
Piccolo's
possibly
brow.
setting up? Oh, it's that? I could have told you that the second the
Yeah.
scene started.
Yeah.
You're like, Piccolo's alive.
Never found the body. Come on, it's a rule.
Yeah.
But yeah, then it's over.
Yes.
And there's a song that mentions Goku, but it was in Japanese, so no Stargrove.
Oh.
No.
We
sorry.
do not know Japanese.
No.
It said Goku, though.
I-
The only word we recognized was related to the movie.
Doesn't count.
no
No.
disqualification.
All right.
It could at least be like a Stargrove with an asterisk. Like,
Nope.
maybe.
Nope.
No?
Nope. Because we don't know. We just don't know. But the movie's over, so
Okay.
Yep.
now we rate it.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I cannot wait to hear the Harlow
It's-
opinion on
Okay.
this one.
This one's weird because like I know we talk about it's a lot of CG bullshit and the fights are like stylized and wire fu and stuff, but it's not like that's not the poorly made part of this. Like the poorly made part is the script is just what the fuck is any of this? None of this makes any sense, and it somehow manages to take what it's a thing that's run a billion different variations of it that people obviously love,
Yeah.
and it's distilled it down into bullshit nonsense. So
And only 85 minutes worth of bullshit nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie, like,
It's like it's quick, but because it's quick, it never lingers on anything for any period of time.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't give you any time to. It doesn't take the time to establish anything, except for like the prologue, which is done twice.
Yeah.
And it does not linger on anything long enough for it to mean anything.
It's one of those weird, like, so the script, garbage, but it's also one of those movies that feels like literally everyone in it is miscast.
Yeah.
It's like it's got that magic sauce of literally everyone in this is probably playing the wrong role, or like was like the 8th or 9th choice for the role.
It's like they were casting it as they were shooting.
Chi-Chi was fine.
Yes.
Yeah,
For that
I will
character.
take her. Yes,
But everyone else was just like, why? Why this person? Why that role?
yeah, and
This doesn't make any
especially
sense.
the guy who plays Goku.
Yeah.
You know, just why him of anybody in the movie?
Yeah.
You know, even the jock that first tries to beat him up is probably seems like a better version of that than what he is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and man, it's weird for an 85-minute movie. That thing drags too. So
Would you say the movie was Dragon Balls?
Yes, I would actually.
Yeah, I would too. James Marsters is okay.
Yeah, he actually. Yes,
I think-
shockingly enough, but he's done this sort of shit
Yeah.
enough times
He
that
also
he
has
knows.
like 9 minutes of screen time.
Yeah, but he knows how to sell. You know, bad guy giving speech, basically. So, you know, he could do that shit in his sleep at this point. So, yeah, he's all right, but it's still. I don't know, like the makeup job on him and all that just comes off as kind of goofy, more than threatening. But then you see pictures of the CG of the animated character, and it's like,
Also
yeah,
goofy,
he's
yeah.
pretty fucking goofy too. So,
But, like, I was reading through the trivia, and apparently Marsters like wanted the Piccolo character to be darker and more evil, and the producers are like, "No, we want him beautiful."
Yeah.
so
And he's like, "No," and they're like, "Yes, do it or you're fired."
Sounds
yeah,
about
but then
right.
he had the makeup people change it while the producers were not on
Yeah,
set.
yeah.
So, you know, credit to him for that. Like he's somebody who understands at least some of what needs to happen with the character. But yeah, but otherwise it's 3 bags. It's just I can't really it despite having like all these weirdly miscast and just bullshit script, it just never congeals into a thing that's fun to watch. If anything, it's weird that it made me like interested in the real Dragon Ball Z stuff just to see what the fuck,
Oh no!
why people love it. But it's also one of those cases of, okay, yeah, I don't have 3,000 hours to invest in everything, so
Yeah.
sorry.
I don't know. Some of our listeners could probably recommend a swift way
Yeah,
to
I'm sure. But
like. We're gonna get emails about this, I'm sure.
yeah, yeah, but as this movie exists, the 3 bags.
Okay. You want to go?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. You go. I'm between. I'm between 2 ferns, so I'll.
All right. 1 bag. I just don't care. I can't get worked up about this. I felt like I was on board with this movie for about 12 minutes. Like I was intensely paying attention to it and could almost understand what it was trying to do. But then after that, I was just like, after it got out of the high school bullshit, I was just like, I have no idea. So I don't know. It because it all moves from scene to scene so quickly, it never had a chance to like get me to a point where I was like, this scene fucking sucks, get out of this. It was just constantly moving to the next thing, whatever that was, even though the next thing wasn't very good. It at least was a new location, so whatever. I don't care. One bag, whatever. Gives a fuck.
I'll tell you who. Not me.
All right. Well, wait.
Well, I'm just trying to narrow it down.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't tell you who actually gives a fuck.
You were also not.
Right.
Okay, I got it.
I'm just, just knock one more off the list. But see, my complete and utter lack of caring, that garners something a lower rating. I'm not saying it's actively bad. I just, at no point in this movie did I care at all about anything that was happening. And I'll admit, like, I think Amy Rossum is beautiful. They gave her, like, just the
I
stupidest.
also think she's beautiful.
Well, I mean, like, she's had this dumbest haircut. Like, she is so uninteresting and just, I don't know. I don't know how you make her look as bad. I can't even describe, like, how uninteresting and not bad. Like, they didn't, like, give her the Charlize Theron makeup or monster job, but like it's like she's just bland and boring, and it's like, all right, so you cast a beautiful, smart actress to do this.
They, they strapped her like.
I mean, whatever, she got paid, I guess. She, but
I don't think that necessarily like. I feel like her character might be interesting in not in this.
Well, sure, yeah,
Not in this, but her character might be interesting in the show or wherever.
And that's probably how they got her. She's a big nerd. She's smart. She probably likes actual Dragon Ball, so she was probably like, I'll do that.
What they gave to her was just bland as shit.
I'm saying like
they gave her nothing to work with.
I mean, it's like even like the superficial they took away from me because like just everything about this was just dull. It's
pretty bad
shit.
haircut.
Like just everything. Like even I'm like, oh well, she no, she's.
It wasn't as bad as Floby Tit Window, but
no. Why didn't we call her that the whole time?
Because I just thought of it. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm torn because I mean I'm kind of in the camp with Chuck of like I feel like giving it a super low rating means it actively angered me, but it was so nothing. But I'm gonna give it like 3 bags. Like that just feels like a fuck you. It's so uninteresting, but not enough to be like in the category. Just I don't know. Launches into space and no one would blink twice. I don't care. I mean, that's
we
the
just
ultimate,
gave it more
that's the
attention
ultimate,
than it's gotten in the
I'm
last
just saying
5 years.
That's the biggest condemnation of I can give it. Is just like I don't fucking care.
Probably in the last 8 years. Really, I'm just between a 2 and a 3 right now. I don't know if I care enough to give it a 3, or if my not caring that much means that it should get a 3. And I think that's the way I'm leaning.
So you're saying you don't care enough to give it 3 bags, but that means you should give it 3 bags,
Right? It's kind of a weird space that I'm in with that. But
All right.
The logic checks out.
Yeah, you're harnessing your chi,
Right.
chi, ki.
Cheeky. Because I think that a part of this is like, okay, this is what a live-action Dragon Ball should look like, according to what I've seen of a live-action Dragon Ball, except for the white-ass dude playing Goku. Like, it's stylized, it's weird, it's not set in anywhere that's like normal Earth. It's like Earth 7 or something. I don't know, like, don't come at me, because I don't know if that's an actual thing or not. I'm just saying it's in a weird version of Earth. Everything has a good look to it. Like, things look the way I expect them to look for what I know of a Dragon Ball, of a Dragon Ball universe, which is like I said, 30 episodes from like 10 years ago, 15 years ago maybe. But they don't do anything interesting with it, really. And they also, like, even though this movie was 85 minutes long, and even though it never really felt like they lingered on anything too long, it felt a lot longer than it was. But again, they didn't spend enough time making anything interesting. Like, they would spend 30 seconds on a fight and then move on to something uninteresting that they'd also spend 30 seconds on. Yeah. And there is so much of what I feel like is like background lore that you need to know. If you have no experience with it, you are going to be super lost. If you do have some experience with it, you're going to be super lost. If you are all in on Dragon Ball, then you're probably going to understand enough of it to where it doesn't seem like a batshit crazy,
Then you'll hate it for completely different reasons.
Right, you'll hate it. Yeah, you'll hate it because it's just shitting all over the source material. But it's just really a mess. Everything except for the look is a mess for me. And I like James Marsters. I didn't hate Chow Yun-Fat as much as the rest of you, as far as potential casting wise, but he just didn't do anything with just nothing was done with that part, which, like, Roshi, from everything that I understand, is supposed to be an extraordinarily animated character. Mm-hmm. But Not this guy. We get like 3 or 4 seconds of him being interesting before he goes back into being Chow Yun Fat again.
Well, and that's the thing with Chow Yun Fat is like you watch some of his best stuff, basically the John Woo stuff, and he has charisma out the ass.
Right.
Like every second he's on screen, you're like, God, this guy's fucking awesome.
Yep.
And there is none of that in this movie whatsoever.
Yeah.
At any point.
Nope.
I think you have to. I think you have to lay that at the director's feet for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Not understanding the character, and if he did understand the character, not understanding how to get the performance out of the actor, or not trying to get the performance out of the actor, or something. But yeah, it's a lot better than it could have been, and
It's still
it's a lot worse than I hoped. I think I'm going to go ahead and lay 3 bags at its feet. 3 dragon bags on the dragon balter.
Dragon Bag 3.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. There it is. All right.
So, break time?
I think so.
Alrighty.
All right.
I think I may have accidentally used up all of my Patrick Warburton impression because I feel like I'm
It's getting worse.
I'm not able to capture it anymore.
Oh, it's because we can't hear it. We don't have the Space Chimp Warburton in our head.
But Patrick Warburton's always in my head and my heart.
Did you see a doctor?
Well, you can listen to Warburton, you just can't hear Warburton.
Right.
I got nothing for second half but emails.
I have a TV show and a movie.
I've got a tiny movie.
Yeah.
It's a short movie.
Okay.
I got a couple movies, but it'll just depend on time.
I have some things to say about the movie.
I've had some movies I've held back on talking about.
Yeah. I don't get. Yeah. I don't get to see Guardians until this weekend, so. And that might not even happen. It might be. Yeah. Sneeze it out.
I'm actively trying to do the John Cena trumpet thing, and it's not working.
Finally watched another Futurama episode.
Yeah?
I've been backed up. I haven't been able to watch any.
You should go back to the fiber
Yeah, I
ones.
know. Yeah, but believe me, I am. That was the one where Nixon Bender pawns off his body because he finds out that titanium's worth a ton and he's 40% titanium.
Uh-huh.
So he pawns off his body, and then Richard Nixon takes it and runs for president
Oh.
because it turns out he can run again because he has a new body, and it's not.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another one of those that's like, when it came out, probably was like, oh, that's kind of funny. And now you watch it now, and you're like, fuck, that's relevant. Again.
Yeah.
What the shit, guys? Especially when near the end, he goes on a rant about voters and how nothing's ever fucking changed. And yeah, they're all drunk and stupid, and they just want to hear you want to tell them what they want to hear, and that's that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was Harlow showing on the live stream? He was showing something on his phone that
I didn't say. I
Yeah.
was paying attention to the show.
yeah, when they were having their piccolo off or whatever.
Two things we need to make sure and talk about in the second half. We need to
Pinball.
start saying like we're gonna pick a correspondence of the week kind of thing.
What?
We're gonna pick like after the show. We're gonna pick a correspondence of the week, like whatever we thought was the best
Okay.
correspondence, whatever it is, and that person gets to pick from the stack of stuff. We got to start. So
Okay. Just
So-
get rid of all the shit.
yeah, so just whatever
that
we
we
think.
bought through the
Yeah.
Patreon, basically. For
Yeah, I think that's a good way to do it
Okay.
for a little while anyway. So just whatever we think is the best, like conversational thing we get,
All right.
Nobody ran that.
and then we need to mention.
Yeah, why didn't we discuss this in a committee?
We did about 2 months ago, and we kept forgetting to do this.
Why didn't you remind us we discussed this in a committee?
Because I've been busy, man. I edit 16 podcasts a week.
I am not a committee.
And we need to mention Atlanta.
That's why I get this walking carpet out of here. That's the next line. And you're the
I
most
know.
carpety here.
I know.
Most carpety.
The carpetist.
So, you guys talk about everything you got to talk about, and then
Goodbye, sweet rum.
if there's time, I'll throw in a couple movies that I've been holding back on, but otherwise we'll just
Oh, have you now?
correspond. Yes, I have.
All right, let's fucking do this.
Are we mailing to Canada? Will we mail to Canada? We'd mail to Canada,
Yeah, we'll mail to Canada.
but not Hawaii, Puerto Rico, or...
Well, we can control the mailing to Canada. I think we didn't do that with the shirts because we weren't shipping them. Is that what it was?
No,
No,
it
we
was
were
because
shipping
anything bigger than like 5 ounces costs $100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
that's
a disc
bullshit.
to Canada is no big deal.
The interesting thing with the shipping to Canada was we weren't shipping outside the U.S. originally because shipping costs, we were going to include shipping
Yeah.
on the
It would
on
have
the
eaten
original
the
cost of the
t-shirts.
shirt.
So shipping to Canada was
Yeah, it would have cost more than people were paying for the shirt.
was estimated at like $14.
Yeah.
And then shipping overseas even more. And we originally just didn't want to do that. And then people were like, hey, send me a fucking shirt to Canada. I don't care how much it costs. And we're like, okay. And then found out it was only like $7 to ship to Canada, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's the whole story there.
So yes, we will ship to Canada.
That's the...
So send in a good correspondence.
Yes.
You're not just included because you're in Canada.
She said she'd send some fancy ass correspondence.
Okay, well,
Talking
fancy,
about our
fancy
fartist
ass it
here?
up.
Come on. How much more correspondence do we need here?
I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
Send us farts. I mean, fan art. You can send us farts, too. I don't...
Please don't send us farts. You will not win anything
Yeah, I might.
if you fart on us.
Let's do this. All right, and welcome back.
Hey!
BMFcast.
Second half.
Second half.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's
I-
the fucking second half, bros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a movie to talk about.
Oh, you should talk about
I
it.
saw a big new movie.
Huh.
Did you?
I
did.
wonder what it is.
I don't know.
You know.
Oh, wait, I did because I saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Hey.
Hey,
It's that James Gunn joint.
I'm going to talk pretty much spoiler-free, so do not worry. Yeah, because, I mean, there's a lot of things, especially in a movie like this where you're dealing with a sequel, and, like, such a direct sequel where all the original ingredients are back. You know, like, writers, director, everything is the same.
Yeah.
So, in a movie like this, is your opportunity to get more minutia. You know, like, it's not just like, hey, let's bring in some new villains and blah, 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 and whatever. Fuck all this shit. You know, like, this is a person that is making movies to care about the little details and get everything right. I'll say on the surface, I think after a single viewing, I still prefer the first one better. And I think that's just because I'm not saying necessarily that it's a better movie. I'm just saying, personally speaking, I find it better, I think, because it was more of a surprise kind of entertainment. Like, because I didn't know what to expect out of the first one. It was like, how are they going to make this work? How are they going to make me care? All of this. And this one, it was like, man, that first one was really good. I expect this one to be good, too. And it is.
Right. The first one was like proof of concept.
Right. And this one is like, yeah, that's good, too. You know, like, that was also really good.
Yeah.
And that is just what I expected. So you can't quite have that, wow, I'm shocked that that was actually good, because I've already been there once. I think maybe they lean in a little harder to jokes, which is fine. I mean, it's not like, hey, we're telling jokes now. I mean, it still feels natural.
Yeah.
But, like, it's weird because, like, they lean harder into jokes, but they also lean harder into heart. Because, like, there's some really good dynamic moments with characters you wouldn't expect. Like, pair this person off and have a conversation. It's like, wow, okay, that's interesting that, like, they found this common ground and now they have a bond, and, you know, this kind of thing. And it's like, it's not so much more like, I mean, to be honest, the first movie is kind of the Peter Quill show for the most part. You know, like, the other ones are like there to do their thing, but it's like, this is the Peter Quill Star-Lord show, you know, like, and this one yeah, he's still like the main character, but like everyone is given much more time to have a story thing going on.
Is it like Star Trek Beyond, where they kind of pair people off and
A little, like,
Give-
I mean,
all-
yeah, just
give
like, hey,
everybody a thing.
you two go do have a little thing, and then have a moment, and yeah. But it's all very good, and like I said, I don't really want to say much more because it made a boatload of money, and there's chances you already saw it. You have your own opinion. If you're on the fence, don't be. If you like the first one,
It's more of
yeah,
it.
it's more of it, and I think you're going to enjoy this. Yeah, and I think I'm just going to kind of leave it there. Like anything else I say, like, I mean, I had people ask me questions that like you just, if you're trying to be spoiler free, you just can't even ask them. They seem like basic things to want to know about a movie, but there's a reason why they're being cagey about certain details. Like, so I would say, with all things, the less you know going in, the better. Like there are people in this movie I didn't even know were in this movie. So like, I know how to read. So if the opening credits started, I was like, huh, okay. Because like they're not like hiding them. But
Yeah,
like,
there's one a lot of people on Twitter have already given away that I had no idea.
right. But then there's like, I mean, like to the point that like they show up in the movie and people are like, what? I'm like, name was there. Like, and I will say maybe they didn't notice it because the opening credit sequence is fucking awesome. I mean, that doesn't seem like spoilery, but the opening credit sequence is so damn good. So, but I mean, the first one was good too with the cave but it was a one man thing. This is like much more big.
Yeah,
this is like
more
this is like
involved.
Avengers: Age of Ultron like intro sequence. Cool.
Yeah.
Which is probably the best part of the movie. Anyway, but yeah, that's it. Guardians 2, very good, great soundtrack. Last thing that's kind of relevant to us, I would welcome very strong arguments that this movie has a star growth.
Green Cap made that argument.
Yeah, I would fully welcome
Star-Lord, Stargrove.
Yeah,
It works.
yeah,
It works.
I would allow it if somebody made a strong enough case, and I'm halfway there myself.
all right. Interesting. BJ, you got stuff?
I do.
What you got?
Sorry, I'm recovering from tragedy. So I finished off a series that I'm not sure if I spoke about at any point in the past. Did I talk about the Santa Clarita Diet?
No, I did.
Okay.
You hadn't started watching it when I was watching it.
Okay. I watched half of it at one point, and I thought about talking about it. Maybe we went long on an episode, and I decided to not talk about it then because I had only gotten halfway through. I don't remember if I ever got around to talking about it, but I did get around to finishing it finally.
Okay.
And so I don't. I'm sorry, I've gone stupid blank on a name.
Male lead, female lead. Drew Barrymore.
I got it. It was Drew Barrymore, but my brain gets things mixed up. And while I'm pulling up IMDb, I might as well have everything to look at. I don't know that I've ever really liked Drew Barrymore, which is probably like the worst opinion because everybody seems to like Drew Barrymore. But I don't know that I've ever really liked her acting all that much. And I don't know that I really like it here necessarily, but it works. Like, she works in the show. I think
she's outclassed. I think Oliphant is acting circles around her.
That's where I was about to go.
Okay.
Like, Timothy Oliphant is magnificent. Liv Hewson, who plays the daughter, and Skylar Gisondo. Gisondo. I don't know if it's GIF or GIF. Skylar Gisondo, who plays the neighbor boy.
Oh yeah,
they're both magnificent as well. Like, he just nails that weird, awkward kid thing really well. It's got Waitress in it from Always Sunny, which I think was like it's not a character that or something that you're used to seeing out of her, and it's marvelous. She does a great job. The series, I think the first 4 or 5 episodes had me like I was in the wrong mindset for watching it. I was thinking about it the way I would think about just a normal TV show, like anything related to being real, because it's the wrong way to think about it. If you go in thinking about it, because it presents itself as a very like, this is a normal modern day, everything is just like it is on Earth, except for this one thing. But it's not. Like, the world is not like the normal world. If you think about it like you think about like the way the world of Weeds works, where people don't react to things the right way, people are either way too stupid or way too smart. It is a wacky hijinks world, and wacky hijinks are going to happen routinely. If you think about it that way, which is where I kind of got around to it for the latter half of the first season. I don't know if there's any more, but everything falls into a place, and you can really start enjoying it for what it actually is. And it is pretty good. Like, it's definitely worth your time investment. I guess it's 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Timothy Olyphant is great.
Yes.
It's worth it to watch him act against what Drew Barrymore is doing.
Yeah, and he has an arc. I mean, like, his elevation of his problem is real good.
Yeah.
He is slowly coming unhinged.
And coming to grips with coming unhinged,
Yeah.
which is really good. It's a nice arc. You should definitely watch it if you like. I mean, it's not really that spoilery, I don't think, to say the basic premise of it.
No. It's not.
Which is, for some reason, Drew Barrymore kind of dies and turns into a zombie of sorts, but she's still got all of her normal faculties. It just changes some stuff about her.
Yep.
So if you like a little bit of a different twist on the zombie genre, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
I kind of wonder if someone's concept of it was like, what if it's warm bodies but in reverse?
Kind of.
Like, so she's slowly losing her faculties?
It's almost like everything's normal except one thing, but then like another thing will pop up that's no longer right, and then another thing
besides wanting to eat
Yes.
flesh and
Yes.
stuff. But
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like for a long time everything's kind of okay, and
She's
then,
normal, but she's a zombie.
Yeah, but then like a toe will fall off, and then you realize she's got to deal with that now. So
Right.
yeah,
Dealing with the process of and I won't say much, but you don't. Yeah, I just won't say. I won't say much. But you deal with a distinct arc of what's happening to her character.
It's one of those shows that sets up an uncomfortable moral quandary, and because of the tone of the show, you're never quite sure where it's going to go, like how dark it might get.
Right.
And luckily, it never gets really dark, although it is grotesque. But it's
grotesque and it's a little dark, but it's not like.
Yeah,
it doesn't present you with dark morality.
Yeah,
it presents you with.
Here's the situation. How do we make the best of it while doing something terrible?
Right. It's kind of like Weeds dark.
Yeah.
But maybe a little bit less so, especially as that show aged.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. You should watch it if you like Timothy Olyphant.
Yes. I think I said it's one of those shows where people just show up. It's one of those shows where, like, Thomas Lennon is on the show now, and it's the comedy cameo star of the week. Here's, I don't know, fucking Nathan Fillion's in this for an episode, and
he is 2 episodes, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Portia de Rossi shows up.
Yeah,
I was like, ha.
Yeah. It's just one of those. It's like, oh, who's this gonna be? It's I love that person.
Patton Oswalt is in it.
Yeah,
just a bunch of people show up, and it's fun. The other thing that I watched, I was looking for something like, you're in that point where you're like, I should probably go to bed in about half an hour, 45 minutes, and I'm scrolling through Netflix.
Might as well watch a movie.
Might as well watch. Let me see if there's something I can watch, to keep me entertained until it's time to hop in bed, rather than like read Twitter for an hour,
Sure.
which will just make me sad.
Yes.
It very much will.
Right. I popped in. I clicked on, I guess, Kung Fury, of all things.
Oh, God. Uh-huh.
And so it's been what feels like 60 years since Kung Fury came out. From you guys, I believe it was universal panning. You all hated it, right?
It is a profound disappointment.
I don't
A
hate it. I just prefer it when it's not around.
Yeah, it's just one of those, like, it's one of those things where you see all the wasted potential, and you can't get it back.
Chuck, what was your opinion of it?
I only saw the trailer and was like, eh.
Okay. I actually kind of like Kung Fury, of all things. I have heard people shit on it for so long, and I was like, I'm just gonna take a look, just gonna dive in, see what's there, see if I can find my own opinion on this. And
Is it fine?
no, it's better than fine.
Oh.
I saw something a couple weeks ago that said, like, let things be what they are. Don't something along the lines of, let a piece of media or an entertainment thing, give it a chance to be what it is, not what you expect it to be. And so I just gave Kung Fury a chance to be what it is, and it accomplishes everything it sets out to do, which is to be just a goofy, weird, like, magnification of everything of that sort of, like, vaporwave, outrun 80s kung fu aesthetic, all just amplified and condensed into 30 minutes of nuttiness. I'm surprised that people who like Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon don't like Kung Fury, because I feel like those two are exactly the same sort of thing. They are that sort of insanity for that sort of insanity's sake, and it's touching on a very specific aesthetic, a very specific portion of nostalgia, and in some points taking it to the, like, most extreme version of it. And it's 30 minutes, it's weird and fast, it knows exactly what it is, and I kind of like it. I kind of think it's way better than a lot of people have given it credit for.
Yeah, to me, it feels like people that weren't there trying to do something as if they knew it, but they don't. Like, it feels like someone told them about all these things that are what they're trying to do, and they said, okay, yeah, we'll make that. It doesn't feel genuine in that way. And I think that's the biggest rub I have against it. Is it feels like it was, like if I went and tried to make a movie about the 60s, I wasn't there. All I know is, like, fucking Forrest Gump was in the 60s, like the shit Forrest Gump does in the 60s. And, like, oh, maybe I watched Easy Rider, and it's just like, if I tried to do that, it wouldn't be genuine, even if it was a goofy parody type thing. I don't think I'd get it the way that somebody who was there for that sort of shit would get it. And I think that's my main issue with it.
Yeah. I mean,
whereas I feel like Blood Dragon gets it, because I feel like they played the games that I played back then and understood, like, oh yeah, man, making ninja stars out of your fucking loose leaf paper and shit like that. Like, I feel like Blood Dragon gets that stuff, whereas I don't feel like Kung Fury does. And that's my main reason I don't particularly like it.
And
I don't know what their problem was as far as, like, funding. I mean, I know it got Kickstarted or whatever, Indiegogo'd. But, like, I don't know why it became a 30-minute thing. Because it seems like they were like, we have 90 minutes of ideas, and then they were like, we only have 30 minutes to make worth of money to make this. And they were like, we're not cutting anything. I think that's I don't really have a
think that's-
problem. I don't have a problem with the milieu that it works in or whatever. It's that it's just like, here's a joke, here's another joke, here's a joke, here's a joke. Did you get that joke? Here's another joke. You know, it's just like, holy fuck, dude. It's like, slow the fuck down. And like, you know, it's just like, now he's on a T-Rex and look, he's got cocaine and look. It's just like, what? Yeah. I mean, that was really my biggest problem with it, honestly. Because I mean,
it is a little bit fast, but
if it wasn't so frantic, I think like it would be a billion times better than like what Samurai Cop 2 was trying to be. You know, like it'd be the same
it's
thing.
It's a lot better than Samurai Cop 2.
It's like
say that.
trying to be that
100%.
thing, but if it just slowed down and been like an hour and a half movie and or cut it down to 30 minutes worth of actual material instead of the frantic nature that it comes out at.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I'm glad you enjoy it.
No,
I'm glad people
that's
can
fine.
get
Like,
enjoyment out of it.
like I said, I don't really hate it. I mean,
I feel like that's part of what makes it funny.
I do roll my eyes a little bit when people are like, "Oh my god, Kung Fury!" Not you. I mean, like I hear that from the non-bad.
Well,
movie
it's
people.
like when people find out we do a bad movie podcast.
Like Sharknado.
You know, they're like, "Hey man, you must really like Sharknado." I'm like, "No, I fucking hate Sharknado, and here's why."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, all right then," you know, and it's like it always comes off as pretentious, but I don't fucking care at this point.
Yeah.
We're the
Fuck
bad
you.
movie hipsters.
Right, we are. I didn't feel like it was taking itself too seriously, like Sharknado, where it's like, yeah, we're gonna make a bad movie. It's more of a parody.
It also has a feel of friends putting something together, as opposed to Sharknado, which feels like
a bunch of pricks.
It feels like the Asylum stuff feels like someone trying to make the feel of friends putting a thing together.
Yeah, absolutely. But man, I really enjoyed it, and I think I'm really glad that I put a bunch of time in between when it came out and watching it, because I was able to kind of forget everything except for that sort of miasma of hater around it. So I think it's pretty good.
I think the other biggest thing is, like, again, I try to go into most things knowing as little as possible, and like I think I saw the trailer and was like, well, that seems. Again, even the trailer, I got that frantic sensation where it's like, we've got to show you everything in the trailer, and then like I click play because someone had said, hey, Kung Fury's out, and it kind of started and it was going so fast, I was like, is this like a longer trailer? Am I watching the real thing? Like, I mean, I actually had that thought because I didn't know like anything. Like, yes, the whole thing is out, and yes, it's only 30 minutes or 37 minutes, whatever it is. And I was watching it, like it was coming at me so fast. I was like, is this just another trailer? Did I click the wrong thing? Like that was my first reaction, and I was like, like I think it just lost me from there because it was like, this is too much, too fast. I'm old.
We've been having a number of discussions about how you're too old to
to
consume media in rapid fashion. Right. So we'll give you that.
Okay.
I'm just fucking with you. Don't take that seriously,
right.
Old man.
I didn't understand it. You said it too fast.
I know. That's why I said it fast, so I could confuse you. There was one other point that I wanted to make. The movie looks like there's a specific look to that movie, and not just the quote-unquote aesthetic, but like there's some things that look really fucking awesome that are like effects shots that just look fucking killer. And then there's stuff that's absolute fucking garbage. And the juxtaposition of those two was kind of really interesting, because it's obvious that there's some people with talent, with a lot of talent, that were involved in making that, and their choice to not really care about some things versus others was kind of interesting. Like the car driving scenes look amazing with the Countach or Ferrari alike, whatever it was. Those look just incredible. They're stylized as hell, but they look great, and I want to see more of something like that. I think this is probably a really good, not tech demo, but maybe demo reel for some effects artists as well, because there's some really good shit in that movie.
I do like that
hidden behind a lot of schlock, but
I do like the cartoon section near the end.
Yes,
yeah, that one's pretty good.
Reminded me of Tank Girl. Mm-hmm. And that's all I have to say about that. Kung Fury. I think if you like Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, you will probably like Kung Fury. It's not as bad as some people say it is. Thank you.
All right.
let me talk about two things real quick.
Okay.
So my head has started doing a weird thing lately where I'm getting a piece of music stuck in my head, like not a song, but a piece of movie score. Mm-hmm. And the only way to get it out is to watch the movie where it came from.
Oh, no.
So I've done a couple of these so far. I'm going to talk about one this week. I went back and watched, since we talked about John Woo in the first half, I went back and watched Broken Arrow because John Travolta's weird...
Of all the John Woo movies to pick.
Well, because that
Could've
movie
been
has
worse.
this dumb, weird theme that plays for John Travolta every time he comes on screen, which Wes Craven then stole for Scream 2 every time Dewey came out on screen.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one of those movies had gotten it stuck in my head, but because I'd seen Scream 2 more recently, I said, well, let's watch Broken Arrow.
Yeah.
That movie is still entertaining, but it's not as good as I remember it being in the theater. The weird thing about that movie is like all the action stuff seems like a theme park stunt spectacular. Like all the sets seem like super blocky and fake wood and fake rocks and stuff, and just everything feels very stuntman-y and dumb. But there's some real goofy dumb stuff in that movie. Every once in a while, Travolta figures out how to play a bad guy, but throughout the movie he doesn't. And
It's a real shame about our park service that they couldn't get Samantha Mathis a proper fitting uniform.
yes, yeah, and God, that theme is so inappropriate. Every time the villain comes on screen, that he gets this jaunty little guitar riff that plays every time he comes through the movie. It just doesn't fit for a menacing bad guy. It's by like the 20th time it happened, my wife and I are laughing our asses off at this movie because he will just pop up from behind something and all you can predict the score is going to start coming in, and it starts playing and you're like, fuck, this is stupid. This is why is he giving this to the bad guy and not the good guy? It's who knows. Hans Zimmer did it. I mean, it's a great piece of music. It just doesn't fit the character. So, real dumb. So this other movie I want to talk about is a documentary that I completely stumbled on by accident on Netflix. It's called Chuck Norris versus Communism, which is a terrible title for the movie because that's not what it's about at all.
Yep.
This is a documentary about the VHS pirating that went on in Romania in the 80s. And how exposure to Western movies kind of encouraged people to start protesting the government and fight back against the communist regime. It's super fascinating. It's a fascinating documentary, but that title sucks because that's not what it's about. Some of the movies they watch are Chuck Norris movies, but that's not in any way the theme of this. It's about there was one person who did all the dubbing for the movies. And there are a bunch of interviews with people who remember these bootleg ass tapes, and remember it was one lady who did all the voices, all the dubbing was done by one lady who was watching the movie live and talking over it in Romanian. And so people had
Was she
these
translating or just making shit up?
She was translating.
Okay.
But sometimes she would embellish, and sometimes she would censor. But she was working for the government to do actual censored dubs for approved films, but then this underground hired her to do the same thing but for everything that became this massive empire of VHS bootlegs. So all these people are being interviewed and they're always I didn't know what she looked like and I always pictured her like this and I pictured and there's all these weird male fantasies about what this lady looked like. And then they were every once in a while you would get one with a dude. And you would be you bought a rip-off bootleg. They would get mad at the person, whoever, because it was always the neighborhoods would have one guy with a TV, and he would have these secret codes that would go around town and tell people to meet up in the apartment, and he would charge admission, and there would be food, and they would all sit and watch whatever Cannon movie or whatever it was that they'd had. And every so often they would get one that would be dubbed by a guy, and they would be this. No, we can't watch this. This is not. We don't our brains will not process this. It's wrong. It's a fascinating little documentary about such a weird niche topic. So it's fascinating, but I completely stumbled on it by accident. I wasn't looking for it. I was actually looking to see what Chuck Norris movies were on Netflix. The answer is 0. This is the only thing that comes up.
Yeah, welcome to streaming in the modern day.
Geez, don't even fucking get me started.
Yep, I know.
Because that was my third search. I had already searched Burt Reynolds and Charles Bronson, just I should catch up on some movies these guys made. Fucking nothing. Nothing.
Well, I'm sure you can rent a standard def stream for like $6
Yeah, no.
on Amazon.
No.
Yeah.
I will
Oh,
not.
okay.
So, fuck off. But, yeah, watch that documentary. It is pretty good. It relies a little too heavily on reenactments, which is kind of a shame. But there's no archival footage of any of it, so they had to do something. They're reenactments of...
Reenactments.
Well, they're
never
reenactments of... A lot
Unless
of it
it's
is...
Rescue 911.
work. Oh, yeah.
It's like
Unsolved mystery.
it's like the groups of people watching the movie while the interview clips play as audio, but there's also reenactments of the whole like bootlegging process. That part's kind of okay.
Is it like Mackie teaching you how to burn CDs?
No. It's a lot of secret KGB payoffs and spy shit. So
Yes, you must put tape over these parts if you want to be able to record.
yeah. But it's just it's a weird little fascinating part of movie history that of course no studio wants to say because none of them got paid for it. But yeah, those are my
That does
two
sound
things.
fascinating.
It is. It's really interesting. Like I was gonna just watch 5 minutes. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then ended up watching the whole thing. I was like, oh, this is really, really pretty good.
Well, that's good. Then.
Yeah,
It sucked you in.
it did. Yeah, it's a good documentary. So that's all I got.
Okay. You guys want some emails, voicemails,
Fuck
etc.?
yeah, I do.
Listener correspondence?
Yeah.
Totally.
It's mostly voicemails.
Oh. All right.
I can't play them. I don't have them.
Do we have any emails? One.
One that I'll read.
Okay.
Do you want me to start with that?
Well, I didn't know there were voicemails. So.
Yeah.
Getting there.
First one back is 427.
427, blaze it.
Oh, you ready? I mean, you want to set it up because you kind of didn't.
Yeah, you want some voicemails? Voicemails? Do
Yeah.
you like voicemails?
I like voicemails.
Would you like to listen to one?
Sure.
Or 3 or 4 or I don't even remember.
I would
how
like
many
to listen
there
to
are.
at least one.
At least one would be great.
Let's start one now.
Sure.
Harlow, hit it.
Hey, BMFcast, this is Southern California calling
Hey.
about episode 327, which I had a kind of a hard time getting through since it was a lot of Chuck poo-poo in it. Yes, Chuck, there are 2 movies in the series. I get it. But I was also calling because Icelandic correspondents getting a job in America is outstanding! Chicken waffles are, in fact, the national dish. Also, I'd like to report that you did almost, in fact, kill me by turning into robots. DJ, please do a system restore. Don't actually update. That firmware is incompatible with your proletariat hardware. Southern California, ow!
I like that he's so far in the past.
I have no
That
fucking
was the-
idea what
he's talking about the Deadliest Prey episode
Oh.
from almost a year ago.
Shit.
Almost
okay.
literally June 3rd last year.
I
I'd tell him, like, tell us what you're talking about
Yeah.
because, like, we don't even remember fucking last week's conversations.
No.
But he won't hear this until
Yeah, for a
next
year from now.
June.
yeah.
Holy shit! I don't even remember what we said in the first half.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because it was a bunch of nonsense.
And, you know, and by then the
Balls.
Earth isn't going to exist anymore anyway, so...
Right.
I don't remember being that harsh on Deadliest Prey. I mean, I pointed out a few times where it was just ripping off the first one, but
yeah, I don't even know.
I thought we enjoyed that a lot more than we thought we were going to.
we didn't care for the whatever kids. I mean, I'm saying they were like,
Yeah, the
yeah,
hacker
whatever.
dudes.
Oh, the hacker kids.
Uh,
Yeah, well, those guys sucked.
Right, that's what I
Yeah,
mean.
we were
I'm
not
calling them
supposed to
whatever
care for
kids
them
because they were
'cause
just
they're
like,
terrible.
Whatever.
whatever.
Yeah, but they were also like 30.
Well, okay, whatever kids. Air
I don't
quotes.
remember a single fucking thing about it.
I'm sorry, Sonny. You know.
I don't remember why I'm supposed to system restore instead of update.
Yeah,
Who knows?
That's
We'll never know.
good times.
I appreciate, like, he's like a man trapped in time.
Shit. Wait.
He's like Trump tweeting at himself
Yeah.
from years ago,
Yeah,
where it's like
like-
he's traveling back in time, trying to correct all his mistakes. And it's like,
I think you might be stuck in the transporter buffer.
yeah. And I look forward to him
Yeah.
saying, "I'm not stuck in time. I'm not a time traveler." In a year.
Yeah,
Right.
and episode 440 will be like,
Yeah.
the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
about,
what
man?
is that guy talking about?
Weirdo.
It'll actually be like episode 527.
Yeah. Shit. I'm sorry you're so busy, dude, but
This is weird.
But chicken and waffles is great.
Sure,
Mhm.
yeah.
we still agree with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we haven't changed our opinions on that.
No, still good.
No.
I do draw the line because, like, look, I know I'm not trying to get in a whole, like, how you eat fried chicken conversation, but I don't understand the chicken and waffles with, like, bone-in chicken.
Oh, I don't either.
Yeah,
That's weird to me.
Because I
It's
mean,
a
like,
pain in the ass.
the whole thing
you can't
is
eat them
like
together.
chicken
Yeah,
fingers.
eating them together is like in one bite, and I know you can like get the chicken off the bone. Whatever, just give me some damn chicken fingers. Good chicken fingers.
I see your point.
Yeah.
However, I'll take it any way it comes.
Well,
I happen to like the taste of bone-in chicken because
Sure, yeah. it's
okay,
good.
so
Yeah.
here's my quibble with that real quick.
Sure.
Typically, when you get like tendies, they're white meat chicken, and
Good point.
I generally like dark meat chicken a lot better than white meat chicken, and I think
Agreed.
it goes better with waffles. So
Okay.
if you give me some boneless thighs,
Okay.
we're in real business, and I will
I'm-
join your coalition if you promise me boneless thighs.
So I mean, I know the answer probably already is yes, but was McDonald's shitting us when they were like all white meat chicken nuggets? Like, were they not all white meat? You're saying like most
They were goo
chunks
before.
of chicken are tend to be white meat.
They weren't even chicken before.
Oh, it was just okay.
Well, chicken tenders tend to be like
Yeah.
the
White meat.
well the
Oh, so
the
you're saying nugs are independent? They can be whatever.
nugs are generally independent.
All right.
Man, I don't want to go off on some chicken nerdery here.
Look, I was just saying,
But
like
there
they
is-
were.
there
Remember,
is-
like 5-10 years ago, they were like, "No, all white
because
meat
before
chicken."
they were like
chicken-
Soylent Nuggets.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
well,
now they're like, hey, they got chicken.
so part of
We
the
put some chicken in there.
well, there's like a loin, like a tenderloin of chicken, like chicken a tender loin sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that is white meat. So that's where chicken tender comes from. McDonald's chicken nuggets for a while before they went to the pink slime were made out of just mechanically separated chicken parts. So you get dark meat, you get some that were dark meat-ish, you get some that were white meat. Now it's pretty much all white meat, and they're kind of garbage now.
Yeah.
I would rather the pink slime nuggets than the ones that they have now.
Well, there you go.
But
Yeah, and what are they doing with all that dark meat now? Probably just throwing it away.
probably giving it to dogs or cows or something that don't deserve it.
Turning those cows omnivore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Make it
feed
happen.
cows anything. They feed cows Skittles.
Yeah, and other cows.
There was a truck. There was a truck full of Skittles that
Burgers.
overturned on a highway somewhere like a week ago.
Yep.
That was going to feed cows.
High fructose corn syrup.
Why do cows get to taste the rainbow in mass and I don't?
They were probably sending them all the freaking lime Skittles. That's even just to make you even angrier.
Right? God, I hate cows.
They were the irregular Skittles, the ones that the machine goes, no.
Give those to me. Me.
Yeah, there was a truckload of
me.
it was a truckload of Kittles.
I don't care if they're Kittles or Iddles or Lickets.
they're actually Spittles. You don't want those.
You don't want Spittles.
Do you want another voicemail?
I sure do.
If it's talking about chicken,
I
maybe
hope
not.
so.
It is not.
Okay.
However, it's still good.
This is the long one from 429. Like 2 minutes long.
429, blaze it.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Hey, BMFcast, this is Evan from the stream. Meow meow and such. I don't know, Stephen Olina would get it. Anyways, I wanted to touch on your really great discussion of Alien on the last episode, or last one from where I am right now. First off, Mackie, I totally agree. Actually, I got to update my letterbox for Alien, because, yeah, that's a 5-star movie. Practically perfect. And it was interesting. The film, it's a testament to the film that it really holds the same power as it did back then. Just it's a little kind of slowly coming back. I went to the Alien Day screening of the original film, and then they showed about a couple minutes of Covenant. And I went there. First off, the theater was packed. That actually gave me confidence. And there was actually a lot of high schoolers, younger, folk. And sure, yeah, the first 45 minutes of the film, it's a slow pace and they got impatient, but it actually gave me a lot of confidence seeing them. Once the shit hits the fan, they were getting really nervous. And, of course, with the more violent scenes, they were like, kind of cringing in their seats. So the film really still holds on, I think, today. It's just, it comes in cycles. So there still is hope, gentlemen, and ladies on the string. But then they also showed a little bit of Covenant, and, you know, I'm not judging the film itself, but from the footage, it actually does hold the spirit of the film. So, you know, there is something to be said about the original film and maybe Ridley getting back into the groove. So that was it. Crash and burn, and sent from my beat up old Chassie. Yeah, she might clank a couple of times, but you put the right shine in her, and whoo-wee, she purrs like a kitten. Well,
Thanks, Evan.
Huh. Well.
Well.
It's good to hear that there were a lot of people at the Alien screening.
Yeah.
Yes, that is still that's easily in my top 5 theater experiences, was seeing Alien and Aliens back to back
Nice.
at a midnight showing. I don't care if it was over at 6 a.m. or whatever the fuck it was.
God,
It was awesome.
There's a screening for the 20th anniversary of The Fifth Element coming up at the local Cool Cinema.
Have you bought your multi-pass?
Yes. And I put a post up on Facebook about it, just on my personal Facebook, and the amount of response that I got from people like fuck yes, I'm in, I want to go. Also, in a similar fashion, restored some of my faith in the human condition.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, I have to send this to BJ. He must see this. Were they doing anything different? Like, were they giving away multi-passes or anything like that?
I don't think they're doing anything different. They're just showing the fucking movie.
Well,
they're doing it twice.
Because
That day,
sometimes
too.
they do cool stuff.
Well, Bassan
there.
recorded a special intro for it, and there's supposed
Yes.
to be some Valerian footage or something about that. Other than that, no. Which, yes, I am so in on Valerian, it's not even funny.
Yeah, that looks interesting.
Somebody posted on that post I put up on Facebook. They're like, "Yeah, you know, that's just Die Hard in space." And I'm like,
Because Bruce Willis is in it? Like, did he ever
No.
explain what the fuck he meant?
I
Because
can
I read that too, and I was like, who's this dumb motherfucker? Who is
that's
this
the
dumb
That's the
motherfucker?
very large and very nice gorilla-shaped boyfriend of my sister.
Okay. Well, you can tell him.
He's
He better explain that, or he is a dumb motherfucker.
he could probably pick all 4 of us up at once and slam us
I don't care.
Hulk style.
He
But
can
no,
do that,
like-
and I'll be like, it's not Die Hard in space.
But I mean, it's Bruce Willis single-handedly saving a hostage situation.
For like 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you
So
boil,
that was
if
what
you
he's
boil it
talking
down,
about?
I think so. But I mean,
Which isn't even the part I remember from that movie. Like, I remember everything in the first half way more than that.
but Die Hard in space isn't a bad thing,
Yeah.
especially
that's
with
true, too.
Luc Besson.
I remember it basically being Bruce Willis does Jack Burton in space. So
Yeah.
I would take that more as a comparison
Yeah.
because he's kind of the worthless shitbag in it compared to Lilu.
And I love that he and the main villain never meet.
Yeah.
Over the course of the movie.
I'm just saying
Never
comparatively
occurred-
speaking, he's not very important compared to Lilu. He's the Jack Burton to, the actual.
You
cool
are
person.
correct. Anyway, I just thought it was an interesting,
Yeah.
Sorry, I got distracted. Thought it was an interesting comparison, and worst case scenario, Die Hard in space is a great thing.
Yeah. There's
Yes.
hope.
Yes.
And Valerian looks like it's fucking cool. I want to see more of that. Like, I almost don't want to see the special introduction with extra Valerian footage because I've seen a trailer now, and I guess it will sort of violate my.
Yeah, you literally just have to
teaser and
show me
trailer rule.
space and say the name Luc Besson, and I would be there. In
Yeah,
a
and
heartbeat.
and that's the thing. Like, Besson stuff doesn't translate well to trailers anyway. Because I know plenty of people are like, man, that looks like it's going to be shit. And I'm like, yeah, but it's Besson, and that stuff, like, everything has context in those movies. Like, if you look at just small clips of Fifth Element, you'd be like, what the fuck is this? But then when you see it as a whole, like, with everything in context,
Still
the
a lot
movie
of people
works.
are still that way.
I know.
It doesn't matter. Whatever. It's
It's also got kind of a dumb name.
Well,
Eh.
I mean,
Valerian and this city of 1,000 planets, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what
yeah,
the
it's
story's
all
based on.
part of
Yes,
the series. Yeah.
I know. But
But at least it's him given a budget to do crazy shit.
fuck yeah,
Yeah. I'll take it.
as will I.
I am all for a summer of picturesque science fiction. Hopefully, Alien at least looks good, if nothing else, because I think we can agree that Prometheus looked good. Blade Runner 2049 looks badass. I mean, visually, no comment on the movie.
Yeah. Goddamn Deacons, man.
I'm just saying these
Fucking
these
Roger
movies
Deakins.
have some looks going for them, and yes, I don't
Yeah.
even if one of them's good, I'll be happy.
Yeah. So you want one last email? Round out the night.
Yes.
This is an actual email.
One last correspondence.
Yes. No voicemail this time. It's an email. This is from Dave.
Hi, Dave.
He says, movie quotes. He says, hello, Bamfers. Dave from North Carolina here. Sorry for the long delay since my last correspondence. When listening to your last episode, my cousin Seth from North Carolina asked about movie lines that have made it into your daily lexicon, and I want to add a few of my own. I use Rickyisms from Trailer Park Boys so often.
Fuck yeah, boys.
I'm pretty sure some people who only know me in passing actually think I'm an idiot. Rarely does a day go by that I don't say it doesn't take rocket appliances to know something, or worst case, Ontario.
Worst case, Ontario.
And my go-to order at my neighborhood Chinese takeout place is some of those sweet and power chicken things. Whenever someone says they can't do something, my immediate response is, well, not with that attitude, from the show Frisky Dingo, which has actually gotten me in trouble at the hotel where I work when a guest was having difficulty logging on to the Wi-Fi, and I hadn't gotten used to working third shift yet. One Thanksgiving dinner, somehow the topic of a bitch in a wheelchair came up, and I fired off, and she was just in a wheelchair, and it's not like she was Anne Frank or something. My mother's response of befuddlement was close to enough to Dante's and to Randall in Clerks 2 that I just went to Randall's next line, and we ended up reenacting the entire scene almost verbatim, minus the F-bombs. In its entirety, despite my mom never having seen a single frame of any Kevin Smith movie. Say what you will about Kevin Smith, but the guy used to have an ear for dialogue. For movie recommendations, I would like to make a case for Future Sport. It's everything you guys could want. Dean Cain, a new sport in the year 2025 called Future Sport, combining hockey, basketball, and hoverboards. Wesley Snipes with a ridiculous Jamaican accent, and saving the world from Hawaiian separatists via the most important game of Future Sport ever. And he sends a link to the trailer, which I haven't watched it yet, but he sold me already. Yeah. Love the show. Been with you guys since the beginning. Keep doing what you do, and I'll keep listening. Crash and Burn, Dave from North Carolina. Sent via the Underground Railroad. P.S. Isn't it almost time for another Cuba Gooding June? Please?
Maybe Cuba Gooding June.
So going back to the first part of that, my Frisky Dingo go-to line, and I don't know why it's one of those things that I know the reach is strong, but like if I even hear something remotely close to it, I just immediately in full on voice, I just go Barnaby Jones. Like, I don't know why. Like that's a very hard one to be able to pull out, but holy shit! Like just that voice, just yeah.
I managed to be restrained enough, for the most part, to not quote Trailer Park Boys to fucking everybody. I just finished watching the most recent season of that, and it's entirely possible that Trailer Park Boys is my favorite show on television, and I'm lucky enough to have enough friends in my life that I can get my outlet of Trailer Park Boys quotes and references, that I don't have to say them all to people who will look at me like I'm a dumb fucking Canadian.
The other good sub Frisky Dingo one is actually Xticles, where with the whole Bon Jovi Friday thing. That's super useful. I mean, that's a great concept in and of itself. And if you don't know what a Bon Jovi Friday is, it's when you're going to take Friday off, and then you just do fuck all at work on Thursday, and that becomes your Bon Jovi Friday, including if you can get away with it, drinking, not working at all, whatever else you can possibly get away with.
Why is it a Bon Jovi Friday?
I don't know. They never explained it. It just simply was.
It just sounded good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I realized one of the things, one of the quotes we use a lot that is completely, utterly obscure is gotta love a guy with the pants, which is from...
That's way fucking obscure.
It's super obscure. It is basically Bill Hader on a podcast talking about how they would not let him do his Al Pacino impression on Saturday Night Live because he's like 10 feet tall and Al Pacino's like 3 feet tall.
Yes.
And so they could never get the skit to work, but it was Al Pacino selling Pacino's pants. and like
Pacinos.
Yeah.
Wasn't this Bill Simmons podcast or something?
Yes, it was a Bill Simmons podcast he was on. And he was just like, he was doing all the lines from the episode where he'd just be like sitting on a park bench and he'd have like a newspaper in front of him and he would just lower it down and he'd go, "Gotta love pants."
Well, the first one was just pants. Gotta like the guy with the pants.
And then he'd like come out of like the circular clothing carousel with all the hangers. He'd like pop out of the middle and go, "Gotta like a guy with the pants." And that was, and like, I don't know why we picked up on this one thing from this podcast from like 2009.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only secondhand to me because this is the first time that I'm getting
That
this
you're actually
reference,
getting the origin story of pants.
Oh, it's so good. And then like the end of the or the end of the sketch /
It makes
commercial
sense now.
was finally like the third time the guy walks by and he goes pants and he just goes, "Oh, I get it." Or no, he goes Al Pacino's press chinos. "Oh, I get it." Yeah.
Yeah, a Saturday Night Live skit that actually knows how to end.
Yeah.
And they never aired it because
It's
they
too
couldn't
good.
they couldn't use Bill Hader as Al Pacino.
That suspension of disbelief. It was whatever. We would have bought it.
Yeah.
Didn't he get to do Pacino in like Celebrity Jeopardy or something one time though?
He did.
so.
Like the first year he was on, he was calling to buy a space mattress. That's the one time I saw him. It might have been the first episode he was on, where I was like, "This guy's gold. Keep this guy on forever." Because he was just like, "I want to buy that mattress you can jump on and not spill your wine." He's like calling NASA or something. He's like not calling the mattress people. But the sketch was the sketch was literally called like Al Pacino buys a mattress, and it was just him wandering around his kitchen, just like talking to a robot. 4. He's like
4.
Yeah, I mean I think that's the things we latch onto are like these dumb little the funny bizarre Saturday Night Live sketch, the outtakes of bizarre funny Saturday Night Live sketches.
Oh yeah, God, like the NASA interview one is still. It was like, "Sir, I did not eat your chips, sir." Like just doing the fucking
so
foghorn
fucking
leghorn voice.
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't like that's just one of those that's so far out of left field. But I noticed that at least Harlow and I still do it quite often.
Oh yeah.
For no reason.
Pants.
Pants.
Yeah.
So yeah, BJ,
Yes, sir.
if people want to email or voicemail us, how should they go about that?
They should probably use pants.
What?
I don't
Oh, you guys were saying pants, and now I'm saying pants.
No, it doesn't work
It's
that
funny.
way.
Yeah,
Pants.
It's
funny.
Pants. You gotta like a guy with pants.
Okay.
BMFcast.
No.
But on to the real inquiry. If you want to get in touch with us, BMFcast.com is the website. There's a bunch of buttons on the right-hand side that will take you to all the places that you would ever need to go. So once you reach BMFcast.com, just stay there. You don't need any other websites. Just that. If you want to email us directly, like you can't get to a website, but you can get to an email device, BMF@BMFcast.com. That's how you get a hold of us. If for some reason you're stuck in an area with only a phone, but still the ability to listen to this podcast and respond to it, call us at 910-5JOCKS-BMF or 910-556-9263, and you can leave us a voicemail.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh.
if you have money to spare and you like us a whole bunch, you can give us money for our Patreon at patreon.com/BMFcast.
You can give up to the amount that you love us, or
You can give us as much money as you have.
right.
$1 gets you early BAMcast extras along with the bonus BS podcast. $5 gets you a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yep.
Chuck's BMFcast Rewind.
Eventually-
Doctor Who U.
Eventually, me putting out another Fun Time Torpedoes.
Futurama stuff from me. Star Trek Next Generation stuff from Harlow. So
Yep.
yeah, it still boggles. Like I can't even keep up on the Facebook page. Like we have so many freaking shows. There are times where it's like literally every day of the week we have something going up.
And there's sometimes that I want to like post something that is not related to one of the 10,000 Patreon things that we're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, okay, there's Patreon content coming in left and right. I'll just wait till never.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you go to the Patreon website, there's a post detailing our trip to Atlanta, Georgia,
Yeah.
a month from now, where you could meet us.
And play pinball.
Yeah, but more importantly, meet us. We will be in person in another
And
place.
you can either MEET or MEAT us.
Well,
either one.
You mean
By-
like provide us meats?
Yes.
Okay. I might allow that.
All right.
Yes. But yeah, it's got all the details. It's the Southern Fried Pinball Game
Southern
Room
Fried
Expo.
Southern Fried
Game Room
Game
Expo.
Room Expo.
And we're all going to be there. First time, all of us together in Atlanta.
Yep.
And you should, if you're anywhere in the southeastern United States, you should make a trip.
Yeah.
Come see us.
Look the fuck out, Sherman, because we're about to burn this motherfucker down again.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he said.
Yeah. So anyway, big pimpin'.
Good job, Chuck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you say the dates? June 9th through 11th?
I just said go to Patreon. All the details
Okay.
are there.
Well, just
But that's
in case,
when the dates are.
just in case there are those people that are listening to us without internet access and only have access to a phone.
What?
The people that I mentioned earlier.
Oh,
Call
right,
9105 Talks BMF.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So just wander into Atlanta, June 9th through the 11th. Call our names.
It's a tiny place. You know, you're bound to find us.
Yeah.
Call
yeah.
the Garfield
Just
phone.
ask for us. They'll probably like, oh, the people that don't live
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're over there.
You've heard of us.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's get out of here, shall we?
Alrighty.
I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
And this is BMFcast out. Bye, motherfuckers.
There it is. There it is.
Boy, you're.
Bye, motherfuckers.
Bye.
And now I must go.
Good tomorrow, sir.
Yeah.
So weird. Completely stopped dropping frames after I
Complain about it?
complained about it. Yeah.
That always.
That's why I was
Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, when we finally settled down and started, we were at 3,333 drop frames, and we have stayed the same since we actually properly began.
Good. Good job.
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking weird. Fucking weird.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Keep your dick in a vice.
Yeah, like he said. Or something. I don't know. What the heck?
Keep your dick in a box? What?
Oh, I get it.
Keep your dick in a vice.
Oh.